Illusion.
We're speedrunning tonight, everybody.
Any percent. All right, we're not looking for like all survivors here. It's any percent.
I volunteer as tribute.
I hate this so much.
Welcome,
Sorry.
everybody. Welcome to the live stream. My name is Sven. You're here with us for the finale of Quiet Season 2.
Yay.
We'll see how long it lasts. My body has decided that now is the time for pain, so we'll see how far this goes. But around me are four individuals who have lovingly given me their Sunday evenings for one last time. Well, for now, and then, we'll be back next week with another show for most of us. But anyway, why don't we go around and introduce ourselves real quick? I'm going to try to figure out and turn down this music that I have not done yet. There we go. Now it is less loud. Welcome, everybody. Take two.
Hello.
Let's start off with, I guess, Ronnie. You're to my left.
Hi, I'm Ronnie. I will be playing Annika Montenegro, the snob of the group, who has been having just a real bad time. And she's also trying to figure out how to maybe confess her feelings to someone else in the group. Maybe, possibly. So you can find me at Rabid Ronnie on Twitter, and that's me.
All right. Julian.
Hi,
What's going
I
on?
am Julian, one half of Jacqueline Hare. And tonight I will be playing Darian Torres, our resident rocker, who has a lot of bottled up feelings, both angry and other. We'll see what he gets to do for the finale. So I'm curious to see what we got.
I think like when there's like a survey, a general like feedback survey, and it's like, tell me how you feel. Darian selected other, and usually that says in parentheses explain, and there's nothing there.
Because it's everything.
He has a switch, angry and other.
Yes.
With a please, with an empty, please explain further. It's my turn, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Hello, my name is Jesse, and I'm playing Natalie, who is Elwood's but a hacker, and has been using the computer a lot last session. It'll be fun to see if that will help in whatever is waiting for us
In the great beyond.
in this session. I don't know. I'm not afraid. I'm just like, I have no idea what's going on. And that's it.
Last but certainly not least.
Hello there. My name is Caleb Wade of Grandomenta Presents and Guild of the Phoenix. I am playing Vincent Vi Temple, our resident seeker, who's just trying to live, man. I'm excited for what's gonna go down. I don't know what's gonna go down, but hey, we gotta save the day, don't we?
We're saving somebody's day.
Our own.
Fully ours. We've had a bad one.
And hello again. I'm Fen. I'm the storyteller for the show this evening. Let's dive in. Don't watch Fen me just yet. I'm not fully dead.
Shocker bras for Fen.
It is.
All right.
Let's go.
Last time we left off, we had a lovely, tense scenario with individuals stopping by that maybe were not announced before they showed up. More like one person with a specific title to them that they were very upset about the fact that they had their name thrown around without them present. That being said, before that, we had a lovely afternoon and day of driving up to Atlanta, I believe, from New Orleans. It was a great time. Definitely not people pushing other people at other people in terms of whoever people find.
I think I don't remember any of that. I think it was just we were doing our regular rotations.
Definitely just regular rotations, not at all just keeping two people in one car and two people in the other. Definitely not.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Like,
I've slept since then.
Wow, it almost feels like a year since we played.
It has been a minute.
I'm sorry.
And then we also stopped by an aquarium where we ran into some individuals.
that happened too.
Oh yeah, the G-Man happened.
Yeah, some G-men were taking an interest.
Some government men.
Mm-hmm.
Top men. What kind? Top men.
Oh, yeah. We escaped them though.
Did
You did.
by accusing them of sexual harassment.
Ooh, that
Yeah,
was a joy.
Some smooth accusations later, and a quiet and quick, well, quiet for you guys, not quiet for the G-men who were left behind to try to live down the embarrassment thrust upon them by the encounter.
Look, sometimes when you go to an aquarium, you have to deal with chaos and negativity.
Yeah, sure. Yep. And I think that is about as much as I can recall.
I mean,
Oh,
we left the aquarium.
We did leave the
yes.
aquarium.
No. I prefaced the first part of our recap with the last thing that happened.
Okay.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I apologize. That was a little out of order. I was like, first thing, which was the last thing that happened, and then I went back through everything else.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Because we definitely ended in not the aquarium. We ended at a lovely place.
Between realms. Yeah.
Between realms.
Yes.
after going to a gas station to regroup.
Yeah, after going to a gas station to regroup, and Roosevelt.
Walking through the gas station bathroom
Mm-hmm.
into another dimension.
Yeah,
You know,
Roosevelt's right.
look, all I'm saying is that sometimes you need help when you go to the bathroom, and sometimes that
Sometimes
help
gas
comes-
station restrooms are liminal spaces.
They are. They just are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then we got into it, and we were in like this cool computer room or whatever, and then we did some computer stuff, and we're talking about the missing keepers, which again,
And as we were talking about them, one of them did knock on the door.
Ah, I don't think they really much knocked as just started talking.
just
as they walked
open
in.
like. Was there even a door in the first place? He came in so smoothly, you know. It's just.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
fucking showed up. He probably went through the 7-Eleven bathroom as opposed to the
Shell.
the Shell bathroom, and that's
The
why.
ideal.
Wow.
All right.
Hey, Combo, sponsor this house.
You know, with the screenshot of the Google map on the background of our stream, it looks like Google's sponsoring us.
Yeah, thank you, Google, for sponsoring this week's episode. I really don't know when we talked about this, but apparently you're our sponsor.
It just looks like it. It's just,
I'm still waiting for that check, by the way, Google.
Is somebody getting fired? Somebody's getting fired.
Yeah, it's me. I'm getting fired for talking about this like this.
anyway, sorry.
You're
I just wanted to
good.
point that out.
No,
I thought it was
it's
funny.
very true. I also see it now, and I'm like, that makes sense. We look like we're just a Google Maps plug.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine. Let's just don't look back. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
With that,
Bad bit. Bad bit.
I mean, it's not the worst.
It's
bit.
an okay bit.
Yeah.
It could be better. We'll workshop it later.
Yeah.
We'll workshop it for season 3. Wait, are we greenlit for season 3?
No, not yet.
I don't know. Ask Fox.
Yeah, Fox hasn't come back to tell us we're good for season 3.
I know Haven Rock hasn't been greenlit for season
Or are
2.
we? Or
so-
are we a Netflix show at this?
I think we're
point?
about to get bought by Netflix.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go to Netflix next year.
What do you mean? I thought I was on logo.
No. All right.
There's not enough terrible gay stereotypes to be for logo.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Just saying.
So anyway,
Anyway.
war comes a knocking.
War does come.
Where's
knocking.
Pestilence?
Where is Pestilence? That's a good question. Could you make a
That was a joke, but okay. I was making a Four Horsemen joke.
I know you were. And I need you to make me a roll.
What kind
Remember,
of
we
roll?
have the cheat sheet.
I'm finding the cheat sheet. That's why.
What kind of roll?
What kind of roll? I would like you to make a investigate roll.
What is hidden here and where is it?
Okay, sure.
Wits
whatever.
and wages.
Nothing.
Nothing?
Zero.
Ask one question from the list. I might lie to you.
I mean, it's not worth it.
Come
Uh,
on.
But if I was to ask a question
If
from
you were. Just,
if
you
I
know.
were to ask a question,
In this purely hypothetical situation that doesn't have any repercussions for me.
I would say that I have to ask my my favorite is what is hidden here and where is it? You just do that 3 times, you find everything. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I'm more interested in how can I get into, or rather out of, this liminal space, just in case things get a little dicey and we need to make a quick exit.
Okay. There are a few exits out of Roosevelt's.
Yes, but do they go into other liminal spaces, like the
No.
back rooms?
Okay, so some of the exit that you came in would probably take you back to the Shell gas station, to that bathroom, or the room outside of it, called the gas station. I don't know what other room there is in a gas station outside of the gas station and the bathroom. Anyway, but outside of that, there are a couple other exits. The other exits out of here would be probably one in the back corner. It is a rather large door. Looks like it has a keypad on it. Probably doesn't take you out of, well, probably doesn't take you back to where you went into this liminal space from. Where it would lead you, who knows? Outside of that, there is what looks to be another door on the lower floor that heads out, kind of like you have the door up here, and then on the top, like the top floor with the graded landing that you guys walked into, and then you have the flights of stairs down in either direction at like a 90-degree angle, and then back underneath that, there is another door of sorts. There, that is, looks like it's been not used at all.
If push comes to shove, everybody, you know that scene in Scooby-Doo where they just go through doors and they come out of other doors? I think we'll have to do that. Just that's where my mind is at right now. Passing through multiple liminal spaces, and maybe through the ceiling too. Good to know that there are other doors that which we can go through if we are so inclined to get lost.
Sure.
Where they go, we do not know. I don't see anything, but War's here, I guess. Or at least, what did you describe how War looked like? Does War look like the embodiment of War, or does War look like just like some guy?
Well, he's a keeper, so like any other
He's
keeper,
Kratos.
like any other keeper, he's a little bit of both. It's the
You know how I look like the embodiment of human emotion.
yeah.
Annika crying in the corner.
Annika is that checked box other.
Where you see
No, I'm sorry. I have another. Where in the doctor's office where they have like the little happy faces that go from 0 to 10. Annika is an 11th circle that's just like white noise over a face.
Just help.
it's clear that he uses war and uses how militaries are forever ingrained in war as a way to be relevant to it. He has on a nice what time of year is it? Summer. So he has probably a nice short sleeve khaki shirt buttoned down.
Some Abercrombie and bitch wear.
I told you he's a Chad.
No, it's your traditional khaki bullshit that you have to wear on like Fridays, depending on how bad your command is.
Yeah, Abercrombie and Bitchwear.
Yeah, pretty much. And he's otherwise has short hair, buzzed to about maybe like a half an inch at the top, and then it fades. It's
Oh, damn,
graying
he
in
does.
some places.
I was imagining Guile for a second, like an extreme high top, but
No,
Mm.
not quite there. He's it's easier to blend in. Is probably what he'd tell you. But outside of that, some graying hairs, a face that's obviously been around the military a while, and outside of that, he has what looks to be a briefcase in one hand. It is leather, nice dark brown, faded at the kind of corners, and I don't think he has anything else on him.
is there a way to ascertain his emotional state from a scale of 0 to help?
That's an
I mean,
empathy check.
I've got
Sure.
one. I've got a. Oh, wait.
I was just asking just in case, like, hey,
I
if he
mean-
seems like he's about ready to do some scary stuff, maybe one of us should do an empathy check, because not me, I don't have that.
I mean,
I would like a reminder on the thing he said as he's walking in. I think it was something along the lines of, "You're talking about me without like me being in the room."
essentially, with maybe the more the flair of, I believe his words were, "Y'all are throwing my name around a lot for." I don't remember the part of that.
It's probably sounded great.
Wasn't it like y'all throwing my name around a lot for someone who didn't invite me?
Something
Which
like that.
basically-
You were missing. Okay.
Which basically translates to, I heard y'all were talking shit.
Yeah.
Mr.
Some-
Clayton,
Hanukkah. Good to see you.
wish I could say the same. I hold up the big, the plug that we've been analyzing.
Yes.
What do you know about these?
They're often used in not great things. Obviously super telling. They got used a lot by various individuals. Not a lot. They've been
The
used.
organism, right?
Yes,
I was
organism.
there.
Mhm.
You might recall. Let's go for an easier question then. Where are the other keepers?
As far as I know, some are still missing. Others are here. Not here, but they were at the last meeting. And some
So you
are-
don't know either.
I'm probably about as lost as you are with that.
Okay. So you came in here being very, very cool and very intimidating, and you've seen a lot of combat, and I'm 19 and half your height, so I'm not gonna try and engage with you physically, but we are trying to stop something that can apparently attack brains. So, put up or shut up. I'm at work.
I just imagine like Darian just goes that.
Basically, everybody is just like, there it is. Boom.
Put up or shut up. Okay.
Is that something that you don't like understand, like as a colloquialism?
Also, if you know how to get in here, why the fuck didn't you open the door?
Yes, please. Apparently, Roosevelt's been locked in here for 100 years, and you just knew about it.
I mean, we
I got
kind of
fucking
forgot.
the fucking conference call from hell, and you've just known about him.
And you guys suck.
To be fair, last I checked, he never really asked to come up. So we just kind of forgot about him.
Great. I'm glad to know that there's some sort of coworker camaraderie amongst all of you.
Okay, the Keepers need an HR manager so fucking bad.
Keeper of records sound like somebody that would be good at that.
Anyway. Okay. Look, do you have information pertinent to this right now? Yes or no?
From what I know, and as far as my research has told me, that's the last functioning one that actually exists outside of theory.
Can you make an empathize check, please?
By all means.
Okay.
Becky, what?
6 are successes, right?
Mm-hmm.
1 success.
One success. I believe on an empathy check.
I get to ask 2 questions.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you
empathize.
do.
Is he lying?
He's technically not, as far as he knows. He believes that is the last one that actually physically exists, and not is not just a blueprint.
But there's theoretical ones.
What does he want?
He wants that last one.
Why?
Oh, heck no. Okay.
Why?
Great. So let's get Charles uploaded to something safe, fix Jake, and then figure out where the keepers are going. Good checklist, everybody. Good talk. Great.
We should also destroy this thing too.
Yeah, definitely destroy the scary bad organism tech.
I might.
And open the fucking door.
You open the door?
No. Darian's pointing back towards the door for War to open it.
I might need to borrow that. And
What?
Fuck
Why?
no.
What? I mean, it's really kind of like super sus for a being of war and war making to want to get a weapon of potential war.
I need a roll from you, Annika, as you are currently holding it.
Yeah,
Break
what do
this
you
man's
need?
arm.
I need. I think it's a force.
All
Move.
right.
There is also a move.
Is she trying to resist or is she trying to avoid?
It basically it would be force. Endure a physically
Force, okay.
stressful situation. As it's
Yeah,
Basic
forces.
Girl.
Forces lift heavy
I'm
things,
gonna-
fight, endure. Yeah.
it is going to be 3 successes that you need.
I'm checking my shame. I'm
Okay.
going to watch everyone I love die, aren't I?
Very well.
Because I believe this is a matter of life and death.
Okay,
Hell yeah.
that is reasonable.
We whip that shit out now.
I got a second success and I'm going to push.
Okay,
I am scared.
that's valid. I need to make a roll of my own outside of this.
So
Yeah.
I still get to keep the success I rolled,
Yes,
correct?
Yep.
Yes.
When you push, you keep your success, and then you reroll the rest.
The
Or try
rest,
to
yeah.
get another, yep.
You got this, you got this, you got this.
Need one more.
2 more.
2
Woo!
more? Awesome.
Yeah.
I backflip away.
It's
Cheerleading
It's,
me.
more, it's more like there's a brief moment where you feel it being ripped from your hand, and you just clench down with all of the like might that you muster, and you feel something channel within you as the powers that be of a keeper that you've not tapped into that exist.
Yeah, the karate ones.
Yeah, the Slayer ones. Yeah.
Yeah. And you just hold it as something is pulling, not physically that you can see, but you see War kind of just
Blake.
have a like kind of pull on something for a moment, and then after it stops pulling and you kind of shoot back with it.
Blake, this rewrites consciousness.
It's kind of like bad.
I'm not giving it. This needs to go. Why would I give it to you? No one knows where you've been. No one knows. There is someone out there who can. After what I saw at the organism, why would I trust you right now? As you're ripping something out of my hands with magic.
You said put up or shut up.
Sorry,
Fuck
I did
you
not.
want, asshole.
He
Darian,
said,
you're-
he said you
Steps
said
up.
put up or shut up.
That's what I came here for.
Well, you're not
Well,
getting it.
You
So
can't have
leave.
it. Boom.
Who sent you? Because it wasn't you.
No,
The Blake I know is an asshole, but he doesn't need this for his weapons of war. He knows that people kill just fine on their own.
it's true.
Ooh.
Who sent me? I don't think I need to tell you that.
Whoa! So somebody did send you,
Possibly.
but you kind of did say yes.
Get the fuck out.
Could I make another empathize check real quick?
No one appreciates your presence right now because you're definitely not helping.
Because okay. Oh,
One success.
ask 2 questions.
What will he do?
I'll probably leave.
Probably.
What will he do after that?
He will leave.
What is his weak spot?
He really came here for that. And it's probably a safe bet to... But that's the one thing really that he came here for. And additionally, his weak spot... It's less of a physical weak spot and more just irritating him probably doesn't help the situation, but it would also make him probably more likely to make a mistake.
I was created to be the most annoying
Can I ask a
in the
completely
world.
does he by chance have to be wearing like sunglasses?
Not at the
Air.
moment.
Okay. What color are his eyes?
His eyes are a nice red.
Oh! Big oof!
Vi's gonna move right beside to Annika and sort of just posturing ready for a fight.
Okay. And he goes, all right. You win. I'll leave. And he opens the door, steps out of it, closes it behind him, and there's a silence that fills the room.
Roosevelt,
Yeah, hey.
what do we do if the keepers have been compromised?
That's a good question. What do we do if the keeper's been compromised? Oh boy, okay, hold on. And he,
There's got to be a failsafe, right? Like someone has thought of this.
yeah, we do have a failsafe. That is one of the things we've done, and it's not a pretty one.
Oh, it's probably like one of those like big councils that have to vote on it or something like
no,
that,
no,
and then you
that's-
send them off into the volcano.
If we just here, I'll show. Let me pull it up. There's a procedure, but we don't really need a vote on it.
Annika,
What?
if we see him again,
I will kill him.
irritate him.
As Roosevelt walks over to a
I push the tech into Darian's hands
Mm-hmm.
as I'm following Roosevelt. Say, don't let it go.
you see
Roger.
Roosevelt walks to a bookshelf that's off in like this corner next to the giant wall of screens. And he pulls out a very old book, yellowed pages, and he starts flipping through it. And he stops at one page, flips over one more, kind of goes, here. He kind of turns it over to you and points at the second half of this page that it's been turned to, and it shows a article like something like paragraph 23, something like that, and essentially it states in the event of the keepers being compromised in subspace section 42, there is a reset code. Take that to the relay station in the pocket dimension, and you can reset the keepers.
What does that mean?
It does not clarify what resetting does. It just shows where to do it and how to do it.
Is there anybody who's going to know what this does, Roosevelt?
We could go back in time and ask. That's probably the best thing we could do.
What?
You can time travel?
Yeah.
What?
We can time travel here. It's not like I can time travel all the time. It's just this place can time travel.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Goddess help me. Okay.
Fuck.
That's
I guess.
If we want to ask somebody, like that's the only way to ask somebody.
I mean, we've got to know, but we also don't have a lot of time. If they got Blake, I bet you I know where the other keepers are.
They're probably going to be on their way.
With brand new tinted contacts.
Well, one of them is already here. You hear this voice echo from the back corner of the room, where there is a dark kind of shadow, and slipping out of it is a person with silvered hair, milky white eyes.
Fuck.
It's that guy.
Hi, Hal.
It's
Hi.
that guy.
Heard y'all were in a bit of a pickle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
seems they
we're
got,
gonna reset the keepers. Apparently, do you know what that does? Do you know? Are we talking Tamagotchi reset? Do all of us lose our memory? Does it go back to default people who are alive or dead or something? What does that mean?
And how is that going to keep all of you from getting compromised again?
That was a lot.
Cool. Let me start with what I can answer. Resetting the
do it.
keepers, as far as I know, just takes it just puts people back to how they were before something messed with them. Like the
Okay,
last known good, I guess.
But is
Like
it
the
like
last default state?
Not
something like
fully default state.
No.
Like removes.
Does the
like,
universe have my freaking save file? Am I a
be-
Game Boy?
That'd be an existential question.
Like a PlayStation, I guess.
Do we all have memory cards?
No, that'd be like what War wanted and all that shit. That'd be more memory card. It just technically removes any. You have an essence as a human being, Annika, as do we all.
oh my god.
And it takes that and plucks that out of whatever jumbled mess that has become the keepers, and then puts it back into you. So you're still a keeper and you're still Annika. But if, say, you were, I don't know, taken over by something that maybe gives people red eyes because, I don't know, it wants to do that. 'Cause
Wow,
it's
that's so
awesome.
cliche though.
Yeah, cliche. Can't say it doesn't work.
So I'm gonna freaking take the doohickey to the pocket dimension reset button like a paper clip in a Tamagotchi. That's what's gonna happen.
Kind of, yeah, pretty much.
I have so many questions.
I want to roll an empathize check
You certainly can.
on Hellboy here.
I have so many questions.
I got 2 successes.
Like,
2 successes. Ask me 2 questions and whatever bonus effects you wish.
I want unexpected information
Okay.
for my bonus. Is he lying?
He is not lying.
Okay, thank good. So he's not compromised, hopefully.
His eyes
you-
are milky white.
his eyes are milky white. They wouldn't, if they were red, we
it
wouldn't be able
doesn't
to
matter
tell.
that they're cataracts. They could be red underneath there.
It could be, but they would also probably shine through because they'd have to shine through whatever actual colors.
What does Hal want?
How wants to help?
Genuinely wants to help. Okay. Then what's my unexpected information?
Your unexpected information is that Hal walks over to Jake.
He's still cooking right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna expedite that and fix this issue. And he just kind of points down at Jake. Because I heard this was more than meets the eye.
He's
and-
got like a bonus person in there.
Yeah, and that doesn't sound like fun for either of them, so I'm gonna fix that. And then he just kind of puts his hand on Jake's chest, pulls up, and a white kind of ethereal wisp follows him up, and he plucks out a strand, almost like a strand of a string, and then he just holds it out and then lets it drop. And then next to him, in a, not really a flash, but like a cloud of smoke swirls up from that. And in his place is a person that looks like somebody was told about Jake once and then tried to draw him. It's not exactly Jake, but it looks roughly the same.
A white man? No.
Yeah. And then as that happens, you see Jake kind of startle awake on the table that you guys have put out.
Hey, buddy.
Jake, Charles, Jake. One mystery solved.
Okay, so can I destroy this thing now?
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
fucking smash it.
Whoever has it, please destroy it.
Darian, you want to break something?
Break the thing in your hand.
Darian kind of rolls it over in his hand, takes out that black knife that he got from season 1.
Hell yeah.
And I'm just gonna
Call back.
fall back. It says Memento Mori on it. And I'm gonna just jab it in the center and just kind of,
Make it.
I'm gonna fillet it.
Make me.
You can't fillet a USB drive.
Sure you can if you try hard enough.
Maybe just a quick force roll.
Just stab
See
it
how well it stabs.
really fast.
Wow,
Get
that was,
stabby
only,
with it.
that was only one success.
Okay.
Na 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 na.
You successfully destroy it. You stab it a few times. A couple of sparks. Not really sparks, sorry. The-
Oh, wait, I forgot the knife gives me a +1. No, it's still only one success.
You are able to destroy it pretty effectively. The circuit board kind of shorts out for a brief moment before completely going defunct and no longer giving any sort of signal of existence as a piece of electronics.
Bye, you see to Charles.
Okay.
I walk over to Jake.
I was gonna walk over to Charles.
You see, as both of you walk over to Jake and Charles, respectively, to the people you've chosen, Roosevelt has another book off the shelf and is currently flipping through pages and then starting to put in numbers on what looks to be a computer terminal on the desk on the upstairs landing. And as we do that, we shift over to Annika. As Jake wakes up, kind of props himself up on his elbows. What's up?
Annika laughs. Well, you know, not much. Your basic post-breakup road trip, mind control apocalypse, robot implant uprising.
You're losing.
You know.
Just a summer.
Do you
Just a
remember
gap
being
year.
on the run in the loop?
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay.
Because I kind of got lost and the people were chasing after me. And
Well, you're kind of nowhere right now, but hopefully when we leave this room, you're going to be in Georgia.
okay. Georgia, right?
We're on a road trip.
So this is in Georgia, but when we leave here, we'll be in Georgia.
Look, do you want me to
You guys-
explain what's been going on in my life for the past 6 months, or do you want to know how to get home?
I'm moderately interested, but I don't want to push you into that. You
Look,
have more
Jake,
important things.
I'm kind of in the middle of some hellish crap, okay? And I need to go deal with it.
All right.
But I wanted to. You didn't deserve to be caught in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And you're safe now.
Good.
I don't know what's waiting for you, Aunt Quiet. I know that for a while it wasn't safe for you to be there. But I also know your sister misses you. So be careful on your way back, okay?
Of course.
Give her a call.
Yeah.
I hand him some money. This should get you bus fare and a payphone.
Sure. Yeah.
And
You don't have to do this. I could. And he kind of looks for his. Goes. Yeah, I guess. I owe you one.
no, you don't. Just go. And if anyone asks, you didn't see me.
Understood.
Bye, Jake.
He simply nods and moves towards the exit. As he does, well, before he does, as we shift the scene over to Vi and Charles.
Hey.
Hi, I have my own body.
No.
Yeah. You're your own person now.
Cool, I guess.
Yeah. If you, I can direct you to an exit. Are you okay?
I mean, I don't really feel any different, so I guess I'm okay. And if things are fixed within the brain space, then I guess it's all good.
When you hit the exit, I'll show you. You'll be in Georgia.
Cool.
This has just been a weird time, but glad you're okay.
Yeah, I'm glad you are too. All of you. He kind of gestures around to everybody, but really still just trying to speak with you, Vi, and goes, I mean, I also just appreciate this, being able to exist.
Yeah, well, now you get to go wherever you wanna.
Cool. Fresh start's always good.
Yeah, it is. Here, Vi will give him enough money for like bus fare, for food, for lodging. I think we still got some work to do, but
Of course. I'll leave you guys to it. I don't want to be imposed any more than I already have. And thank you for helping.
don't worry about it. Vi will lead Jake and Charles to the exit that they went into. The entrance they came into Roosevelt Space into, so that they will be in the Shell station as I walk out.
Sponsored. Hashtag not sponsored.
As you guys make your way, I assume around the time that Jake also makes his way.
Yep.
You go to open the door for them, Vi. Knob just doesn't turn.
Okay, all right. Couldn't have been
Roosevelt, did
easy.
you time travel us already?
No, that wasn't me. I'm still putting in dates. If we're trying to time travel to see what the hell this is all about, I gotta get us there first, so...
Door won't open, friend.
Did the shell blow up?
I mean, you can check that monitor, and he points to the monitor like halfway up the bank of walls. I think it's still there. And you see like an outside CCTV camera of the like gas stations, like fuel pumps.
Vi's gonna try again.
I
Still-
want to see if I can mess around. No, I don't. That's stupid. I turn to Natalie, who knows about computers.
Yeah.
Also, Fen, sometimes you are a little quiet.
Okay, sorry.
Yep.
I've been adjusting mic stuff, so I've gone too far.
Yeah.
I turn to Natalie and I go, I don't know if you can adjust these cameras, but can you see if someone's outside there?
In the bathroom? Is that weird?
I mean, outside the bathroom, waiting.
Oh, okay.
Also, this is already weird, Natalie.
Yeah, we are in an extra dimensional space, you know, like talking about resetting the Tamagotchi that is me
Right, but
as
we
a
can
magical
still,
being.
I mean, right, but we can still have, like, morals. Anyway, I'm checking. Roosevelt, is it all right if I can touch your computer?
Yeah, go do what you need. I trust. Yeah, I trust you.
Oh no, you giving her too much power.
And you shouldn't. But here I go.
The tangled. I have made the decision to trust you. A horrible decision, really.
All right, so let's see. I presume that I would know how to use it. It's a computer, right? There's
Yeah.
nothing weird about it.
Nothing too out of the ordinary for you as somebody who has dealt with loop tech and all sorts of technology in the computer world up to this point. It is not too abnormal. You don't have to figure out how it works. You just have to use it.
All right, so using it requires me to have, looks like program is the
I
skill
believe
to
that
create
is-
and manipulate computer programs and electronic devices.
I believe that is the one.
So here we go.
That's taking a long. That took a long time to load for nothing.
That sucks.
Is
I- It's 0 successes.
Oh boy.
It's
Want
here.
to check a shame or push something real quick?
I mean,
Natalie already has a condition.
I already have one condition. I'm already a little upset.
And I don't know if I want to push it to a second condition so early in the game.
Especially if we're going to do an extended trouble.
I don't know if we are. But I will say that I do have my laptop, which I could use to help me.
Okay, I don't think that
Yeah.
would make sense.
So I'm just going to roll the extra 2 dice
Go for
here.
it. Pull out your laptop to try to finagle it a little more.
1 success.
One
Ooh,
success.
okay.
You are able.
I needed to use my Apple. I needed to use my PC.
This is on Linux.
Roosevelt would be on Linux.
I mean, it is technically the best, according to Roosevelt.
Our computers are not talking to each other. Hold on.
Yep.
And then 1 success.
Gotcha. You are able to see, and you scrub back a little bit throughout the CCTV cams, and you see War doesn't walk in, but walks out of the bathroom. And you see him as he walks out of the bathroom and he closes it. He just simply as he's finishing closing it on his side of the door, he just slips his hand around the little it's one of those push locks and clicks it while closing it.
What a petty bitch.
So
I mean, he is part of the organism now, so he is super duper evil right now.
Nat, don't you know how to pick locks?
I feel like it's kind of strange how interdimensional portals, as powerful as they are somehow foiled by a shitty bathroom lock.
Yeah.
I just work here. You hear Roosevelt say as he's finishing putting in numbers.
Okay, I gotta.
You could also just try kicking the door open.
I was gonna try and kick the door open.
There it is.
Roll me a force.
Come through Taekwondo classes.
That was 2 successes.
Awesome.
They came through.
It's just yeah, you could just try to, and then I just kick the door down.
Yep, you could do that as the echo of the lock just breaking and the door flying open into the Shell station in Georgia.
Well, this has been fun. See you, Jake. Nice to meet you, Charles. I will never see you again. Bye.
First rule of being on the run is don't run, walk.
They both kind of nod and just step off into the Shell station in Georgia, looking at each other like, what
This is weird.
happened?
Bruh.
I shut the door again. Cool. We saved my ex-boyfriend and also a digital consciousness that now has a weird mimeograph of my ex-boyfriend's body.
Second problem done. Good
Great.
progress.
Now we got a Tamagotchi reset, me and the other keepers.
Well,
I still have so many questions about that.
Can we not call it that?
No, continue.
Yeah.
Gotta
think-
find the thing.
Well, yeah, you have to go to liminal station, substation, 23 or something like that?
That's, yeah, substation 23.
So-
And then we gotta put it in the pocket dimension, the other pocket dimension. We gotta
Yes.
put a thing in a different thing.
This is we're going so deep. They should make a movie about this, going in layers like this.
I don't think it'll go over well. I think people will overthink it.
Either way, Roosevelt says as he finishes putting in numbers and hits a return key, are we all ready to go to when the keepers were first put together to find out how to reset, or do we want to just jump to the resetting part?
I thought we were trying to find out what happens when somebody gets reset.
Yeah, we'll
Let's-
find that out. Let's learn. Fuck, let's
Alright.
learn.
Everybody hold on to something, and it really doesn't matter what it is.
What do you mean?
And he hits a button, and the entire room both shakes and remains completely still as this weird space adjusts where it is in this in time. And as the non-existent shaking comes to a stop,
Are we spinning like we're in Doctor Who or something like this? This is like a Doctor Who experience.
Kind of, but like there's no actual spinning. It's just it feels like it's spinning. But as you're looking at everything, nothing is actually spinning. But it's also spinning. It's one of those kind of weird mind-fucking moments. But as the spinning stops and the shaking comes to an end, he goes, "Okay, we're here."
What?
Why was
Year-
traveling realities easier than that? Oh.
Probably because whoever was traveling it helped you travel through it. And this
What?
one, you had
What?
to
Like
suffer your own wrong.
time, year, day, something? Is
I
it?
believe we are October 13th, 1973.
We're in the past, Marty.
Wait. The Keepers were first formed in the 70s? Then why is Hal over 100 years old? Hal, why are you over 100 years old? You were in World War II.
Yes, I was, because we were around for a lot longer than that. And Roosevelt chose the 70s, because that's when the last remaining original members were present. I was not one of them before you ask.
Oh.
And it's
Wait
just
a minute.
easier, and it has less time that we are missing by jumping through time
Okay.
to go to the 70s.
All right.
You okay? Vi kind of turns to Hal.
I'm doing great. I'd really like to get this sorted because having half the keepers go missing is starting to fuck with me too. I just have chosen not to show it up until now.
I'm just surprised that you guys have gone this long without like maybe like investigating further before more of you guys started disappearing.
We'll get it done.
Yeah, which I think that I have a theory behind that. Another thing that's just been part of the what'd you call it function and like MO is like how it gets to people is by making other people not care.
Hey Roosevelt, do we go through this door or that door?
Really, whichever door you
Wait.
want.
Aren't we gonna stand out in 1973?
Here, and Roosevelt just kind of pulls a trunk out from underneath like one of the sets of stairs,
Jesus Christ.
flips it open.
Are we really? Are we?
You can change or where we stop it?
I grab like bell bottoms and a shirt, and I'm like, let's fucking go.
I already wear a halter top. Give me some bell bottoms and I'm good.
I honestly think Darian could get away with what he's wearing right now.
Leisure suit.
Vi's gonna dress appropriately, but in dark colors.
Right. You guys we have a little bit of time, not a lot, but the keepers are going to be here, physical space. You have a couple. The original keeper of Earth and the original keeper. Hold on, excuse me. And the original keeper of Vengeance. Both will be present. You might also have somebody else, I don't know. Depends.
Question. Roosevelt, were you the keeper of whatever you were at this point in time too?
Yeah, this is about when I took over.
Okay. Just wondering. So like if you were to say like, hey, these are my friends.
Yeah, I've already said that. I let them know we were
Hey,
coming.
Annika, let's lead the way. Yeah. Let's get this train
just
rolling. We
like-
don't have much
Let's go.
time.
I'm just walking.
Yeah.
I have so many questions.
Then we can talk and walk. What do you have? Roosevelt kind of
I
says.
no, there's too many. I can't.
Okay,
Let's
then
just go.
Fine, then let's just go. Never mind. I don't want to answer questions anyway.
I will say as we walk, Darian is very quiet and contemplative as all of this is happening.
Darian, don't do what I think you're thinking about doing because time will be changed forever.
What do you, I don't know what you're talking about, honestly.
All
I
right.
don't know why you're smiling.
You guys head out of the
Can we
liminal
change the
space.
past?
Sure.
Cool.
No.
Yeah, you can judge Baz. Have fun with it.
That's what Jesse likes to do.
No, we don't know if it's a closed circuit or it will spin off to another reality. I could talk about what ifs for about 45 minutes. We are not doing this.
Okay.
Okay, let's just go find out how to do the paperclip thing.
Get in, get info, get out.
Yes. So, you guys head out of the liminal space. You guys are dropped into a lovely 1970s of... I don't know. Where do we want to go, guys? Really doesn't matter where we go.
Restaurant.
Chicago.
Yeah, a Chicago restaurant, lovely diner.
Give me some hot dogs.
Called the diner.
No, it's not called the diner.
Hot dogs.
It's the Misty Avocado.
Mm-hmm.
Again.
It's just the Misty Avocado good.
It's franchise.
Yeah.
Since 1973.
This is the second one they opened after they got their feet on the ground in the first one. No, but the diner that you guys head into has a few individuals there. There's a waitress kind of serving tables, and you know she kind of looks at you all, kind of says, "Table for 6."
Yeah.
Any of us are huge.
Okay, cool. Give me 1 second. And she pushes there's like a table for 4, and she pushes one of like the 2 tables, like the table for 2, onto the end, so it becomes a table for 6. And then she, you know, here's a seat. Here's some menus. I'll be back in a minute for drinks. Do you guys want any coffee to start off, or do you guys want water? Just
Water.
water.
Coffee.
Coffees. Okay, I'll just bring out a little bit of everything. She goes into the back, comes back with about, you know, a handful of mugs, handful of glasses of water. Sets the coffee pot down on the table and sets down a thing of creamer. I believe you two are. You guys will have a. They'll be here shortly.
Who is she pointing to?
Who was she gesturing to when she says? And I believe
Like you two. Like, was she gesturing to Hal and Roosevelt, or was she gesturing to Roosevelt, Annika?
She was gesturing to.
Technically, there's 3 keepers here.
Yes. She was gesturing to Roosevelt and Hal.
Okay.
And after.
Okay, this is a really important question.
Yeah.
Who was the keeper of the Flash in 1973?
I was. Hal just kind of raises his finger.
Is there a version of you here in 1973?
Yeah.
Is that gonna bug him out?
Me? Seeing.
Seeing the dead you.
If we run
Wouldn't
into
you?
him.
Wouldn't
It's
you
the
know
70s
if we did?
Aren't we running into all the original keepers? Wasn't
No,
that kind of the
just-
We're meeting
just a couple.
2.
We're meeting 2 of
Or
them.
coffee.
Earth and Engines.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, if
So,
we run into me,
as
it'll be
long as-
interesting. I don't recall seeing myself in 1973, but there's a lot of memories I don't. There was a good portion of time I don't remember in 1973, so, or 1970s in general. It was a
Unfortunately,
wild time.
you don't look a lot like yourself.
That's true. I do not look the same as I used to. Well, then again, that was before I got real fun with the hair, and it was a good time.
Anyway,
Okay. Just
We're just-
wondering if some paradoxical thing is going to happen and we're going to explode the universe.
Maybe we'll find out.
I love this plan more and more with every.
Look, we didn't have to do this. I said
I just want to know if we're gonna delete people. I just need to know what's gonna happen.
and they, as you guys are sitting there, another table is pushed over and 2 more chairs are pushed over, and 2 older women sit down and look at all of you Roosevelt. Hal. Okay. And the rest of you, I do not have the pleasure of meeting.
Oh.
Or have not had it yet.
Vincent Temple. Hello.
A pleasure.
Annika Montenegro.
After Darian like gets done sipping his drink, he's like, "It doesn't matter who I am. You're gonna never meet me." So
I mean, yeah, it's we are. Anyway, hi.
So, Annika? Vincent? Or her? Not important, apparently, according to Mr. Cool over here.
That's actually a pretty good name for him, though.
Not important? I'm glad. I'm glad it fits.
I'm
I
in
believe. Yeah.
It's fine.
Darian just takes out a cigarette because he knows he can get away with smoking indoors.
So we're kind of time displaced because where we're from, there's been something that's been compromising a lot of keepers.
Right.
And we're trying to figure out more about the whole reset sequence so we don't mess it up.
Right.
Yeah,
Roosevelt
because
gave
later
us
on in the
this-
future, bad stuff's happening to you guys.
Mhm.
Well, not you guys specifically. I've never met you in my life.
That's unfortunate, but I assume we have our reasons for what happens. Yes. Roosevelt has given us a bit of a lowdown on everything. I'm Ida, Keeper of Earth. Not
Ida.
Earth as in the ground, not as in the whole planet. You know this, Annika. I'm just filling in the rest of us who aren't as versed in keepers.
Oh my God, that's really
Oh, honey, you would say that. Fen, do I
Yeah,
know what happens
go
to
in.
these two people?
Oh, you can make me like a quick comprehend check to see if you can remember it.
Okay, yeah, sure. Why
What?
not? Let's see if I can remember what happens to them. That's one success.
That is one success. I think you do. I think you remember what happens. At least that you do. As Events has told you, Ida has met her fate in a very weird way. She's one of the few people outside of Events to actually age out of their job. Because you know how much Events, the turnover rate on that is astronomical. But she was the first and so far the only of the keepers outside of an event keeper of events that has done that. And when she was gone, it was very weird because there was nobody saw it coming because I didn't think it could happen to anybody outside of events.
Right. So does she fall under that weird, we don't know what happened to her, like the other Death Keeper?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Her and the other and the previous keeper of death before Hal is two of the few that don't have like a statistical. This is how they ended up, and this is how they died.
Sure.
There is no where are they now
Mhm.
epilogue kind of thing.
No.
They got out. They found a way out. Okay. I think as she says that, Darian just kind of he tucks over his cigarette, but he doesn't say anything.
Mhm. So,
So you're Ida, and you are
Sophia,
Sophia.
keeper of engines. Worked
Okay.
in a lot of the. Been working with some of the great minds over at NASA recently. It's been very fantastic and astronomically interesting to see.
That's a funny
Cool.
joke.
Great.
I'm glad somebody got it.
How do we reset the keepers?
Okay.
And
You read the manual on that.
it's
that
a
section.
full paragraph.
Yep, that is a full paragraph, and that is all you have because we didn't have a whole lot of thoughts on this. So too long didn't read. For all of that is you have the reset code, you get it, you take it to Pocket Dimension, you put it in, you reset either all or whoever you deem you want to.
That's convenient.
It is. Though, if you are resetting most, it may or may not override to all.
Mm-hmm.
And what does that do?
Yeah, what does it mean to reset?
It takes the essence of the person, pulls out any sort of malicious things that would, basically like takes a, good old IV bag when you're on far too long of a trip to get you back to sober and normal. Clears out your system.
And
Okay.
the 70s were wild.
Well, yeah, of course they are. They're great.
Okay.
I don't know. VH1 tells me.
So they're
different.
are they gonna remember?
They should.
They're gonna. Okay.
They should remember everything. The parts that have been they're not gonna get tampered with, messed with mentally at least. They may see it in a more true light to what is actually happening to them if there's something messing with them mentally.
Okay. Where's the reset code? Because
Reset
it's not
code
in
is-
the thing.
It's substation 23.
Substation
That's
23.
where you get the code.
That's where you get the code.
And that's where you
Where's
pick it up.
substation 23?
It's in fuck, where is that? It's listed in the manual, which we keep in the
Okay, Roosevelt has that though.
yes, yeah,
Roosevelt,
yeah.
you
It's
have
the
that?
first part of that paragraph. I don't remember off the top.
Okay.
Roosevelt goes.
All right.
nods and
All
goes,
right.
Yeah, it's part of like the how you get to substation 23 is you have to go to, station like.
I'm guessing you have to go to I guess you have to go to substation 1 and then work your way down.
Kind of. You can go to like substation. You can start
And
at
the
2A, station
Pocket
2A, and then
dimension?
pocket dimension. You just hop into a pocket.
Okay.
Is it a specific pocket dimension or
it's a-
just
It's a,
okay?
It is the pocket dimension. It's connected to the liminal space you all use to get here.
Okay.
And
So it's
how-
like Roosevelt's spare room?
More or less. It's not really a spare room because he can't really just use it for whatever. And Roosevelt just kind of nods and goes, "Yeah, if I had a spare room, you think I would just actually just keep everything as fucking destroyed as it is in the main room?"
Okay.
No, I just think that's a moral failing on your ability to keep clean.
It's also true, but
how long does the process, estimate wise, take?
I mean, in theory, it would just take like a couple hours, maybe. Not a couple hours of getting done. Get to the station, get out, get into the pocket dimension, put in the codes, do the reset, come back out. Actual time it takes to do the reset is like a few minutes, maybe 15. We did a test once a long time ago, but all of us were fine, so we didn't feel anything.
Okay.
Okay.
What's the chances that we're gonna have other keeper friends to deal with there?
Especially if they're compromised and
I mean, if they're compromised and they want to stop you from doing the reset, then there's entirely the chance that they will come.
For example, like I think we know that War is compromised.
Voice compromised.
War's compromised.
Right.
Engines too.
Sky is probably compromised. We don't know if Engines is compromised.
She had the red eyes, didn't she? When you saw her.
No.
Yeah, the
Who-
yellow eyes.
Yeah, those yellow eyes.
But
Yeah,
those
that
weren't
was
her normal eyes.
That was because
That was
Roosevelt was
kind of due to
possessing
Roosevelt.
her.
Oh.
Roosevelt, you possessed someone? Yeah,
He-
long story. I needed to
It's a bad.
look. It was to get people into places, and it was also to protect from the organism.
We'll deal with past events later. We need
And-
to fix this. now.
Okay, is there anything else I need to know about doing this?
It's dangerous. You could get lost, so be safe. Be careful, obviously.
We'll just
Okay, great,
get some
great.
breadcrumbs.
Yeah, breadcrumbs.
Yeah,
bread string.
transdimensional breadcrumb. Got it.
Mhm.
All right.
Other than that, good luck.
I have so many questions.
Can we answer any of them for you?
Not to, put distrust in the miraculous and obviously ever so powerful machinery that you guys have that somehow allows you to reset people based on a previous save state. But like, how does it know what parts are bad and what parts are good?
Because it knows what parts are the true version of oneself and what is either been added or removed.
Okay. So like if somebody is like already bad,
It doesn't make them a good person, it just means them not, not a sellout if they weren't before.
yeah, I guess it's just saying like default state. So if the person was bad to begin with, they just go back to still being the same bad person.
Look, they're
Right.
a douchebag, but they're not a douchebag that's being inhabited by an organism that can use their godlike power for nefarious ends.
Fair.
Exactly.
Good to know.
Like Hal. Hal's always a douchebag. But he's a douchebag that I trust. Sort of.
I think that's the nicest thing you've ever said to me, Annika.
Yeah, actually.
Okay.
Mark this date in your calendar, Hal.
Ah, yes, October 13th, 1973.
The day Annika said something nice.
The day Annika said something nice.
All right. Well,
Monica says nice things to me all the time.
Well, you also weren't a Cthulhu colossal douchebag in your previous life.
yeah,
and are
that's,
still
you're
kind of
not
a
an
douchebag.
objectively terrible person, Natalie.
I'm not
All
even
right.
a subjectively bad person.
Let's go fucking save the world, I guess, from something. It's not quite clear, but we're gonna do it. Let's go reset the fucking Tamagotchi, everybody.
Must be Wednesday.
Well, good luck.
Thank you for your help.
Of course. I
Both
mean,
of you.
you wanted clarification? It's our pleasure to help. And Roosevelt, as always, good to see you. Now Roosevelt just kind of nods. Until next time, whenever that is.
Hey, Sophie,
Yes.
when you meet your heir,
Yes.
tell her to take time for family.
Noted. I need you to make me a roll, Annika.
Mm-hmm.
A comprehend.
Cool. I'm real bad at those.
Okay.
And I'm also a condition, so I'm worse at those.
Okay.
Yeah, that's going to be a hard no from me, my dog.
Big goose egg, my friend.
Oh, okay. In that case, as you say this, you then immediately question why you said that, because last you recall, Aunt Alice always gave time for her family. Like, never didn't, like, put, importance on both Wooly and the rest of her extended family. Why did you say that? It's a weird thing to say.
Anyway, let's get out of here.
So we're going to subnet 23.
Substation.
Substation 23. So here's first
Sorry.
into station 2A.
First, we gotta get back to the freaking present, I assume.
Well, yes.
Can't be that hard, can it?
Assuming nothing goes wrong.
But Why would something go wrong?
Stop saying things! Have any of you watched TV?
I don't have time to watch TV. Are you kidding me, Annika? I barely have time to exist.
That only happens in television. This is real life. Let's go.
Natalie, what about my life in the past 3 days makes you think that my life is normal?
I was just gonna walk to it.
I mean, this is all happening
Darian's
as
went
we're
by.
walking.
This is real. Annika, this is real life. This is not TV.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Remember when we were on a road trip like 3 hours ago? Remember when we were at an aquarium? And we weren't freaking Tamagotchi resetting the demigods that control all the various domains of Earth?
I mean, to be fair, at the start of this road trip, I didn't even know that they were demigods that control this earth.
Yeah. That would... I wish you still didn't. Not because I wanted to, like, lie to you, but because it would make this road trip much less stressful.
To be fair, it would not stop what's happening.
Yeah. All right. So we're back at the room.
Yes. You guys
Do we
make it
want to
back.
go ahead
Yeah,
and...
I was saying that is probably a great place to take a quick break for bioing. So we'll be back, everybody. Stay tuned as we reach our rather fun part of the conclusion of the
The
Yeah,
extended
time
trouble.
You know, time
Yay.
traveling, ripping an essence out of a body. What's next? It's like an episode of Legends of Tomorrow.
Hey, how's your stomach, by the way?
It's being better, so we're okay.
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 I will let you know if I was not okay. I was very serious about that at the start. I'm still very serious about that. If I was not okay, I'd be like, yo, let's cut it. But
All
I'm
right.
okay. I'm
Also,
doing better.
hi everybody, we're back.
Yeah, hey, what's up, everybody?
Hey!
Hello.
Welcome back.
You're not gonna Nick Cannon me.
Before we went on break, we had a great conversation with some older keepers about what the resetting does. As you guys are making your way back to present day through the lovely warping of time travel, Roosevelt just kind of goes, "Hey, Annika,
Yeah?
do you want to take a read this next paragraph?" And he hands you back the book, and on the next page, flip a page over, there is a section on keepers and turning them off as a thing, as a group. And to do that, you would just need to go to substation 24. Grab the code.
Sorry, is there like an actual like button that just makes this go away?
What is that?
And
What's on
you
the
put
page?
that in the pocket dimension. You do need approval from one other member of the Keepers. But if both of you say it's a good idea, that's basically it says it in more official wording, but
Yeah. So Roosevelt
what?
shows me this?
yeah. He was doing some reading as it takes, because it does take longer to go back.
Yeah.
to-
What?
I...
Are you okay?
Darian kind of like gestures.
Would you sign this?
Sign.
I mean,
What? What are
I'm
you
not
two
against
talking
it.
about?
How?
Yeah. What's up?
What happens to you?
What happens to me if what?
What?
What happens to you if you lose your job?
I mean, I assume I would go back to being dead, as I was dead before.
What are you, Annika? What are you talking about?
But I don't know. I mean, if I'm technically living again, so it might not. I don't have an answer for that one, unfortunately. That isn't more just confusion than probably you need.
Micah, what did you read?
Is someone gonna tell me what's on the freaking piece of paper, or
I can turn it off.
Like
turn what off?
Keepers.
like a
I'm
switch?
fucking sorry. What? It's that easy? He like sits up straight from where he was.
With the consent of 2 parties from the Board of Keepers and the reset code pursuant to the essence. Look, there's a lot of. I don't do legal jargon very well. I didn't do a lot of law classes, but I can stop it.
And was this something that other keepers already knew about?
They wrote it.
Original ones did.
So what happens if there are no keepers?
I don't fucking know.
Why didn't she fucking tell me?
Maybe she didn't know. I mean,
Did she tell you about the reset? She might not have known about that.
God damn it. She knows about practically everything else. But he kind of pauses. Annika, that could be your way out.
I mean, it would strip a lot of people of their power. Not for the worst. I mean, it would also remove the ability or reason for the organism to go after the keepers.
And it would keep it from happening again.
Yeah, look, we don't even know what the organism is. But we know regular people can stop it.
So
I wasn't a keeper when we stopped the organism before. Or I was, but I didn't know how to do anything. I was lighting cigarettes.
Still a fun party trick.
Vi the bed's still in the room, right, where Jake was laying on.
Yeah. Well, it was a
table.
It was a
Like a
table that had been
table
turned
like
into
a
a bed.
cot,
Yeah.
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 Vi just kind of like leans and kind of like sits on it, just sort of like looking to one of the corners.
I don't know that it's fair of me to take power away from so many people without them knowing, but also
I don't think they wouldn't know. Roosevelt kind of says
they wouldn't get a say.
that's true.
Why is it that there's a button that will get rid of the keepers and there's not a button to filter it, just like there's a button to filter
Well, I mean-
the reset?
Hey, to be clear, it doesn't really clarify that you have the option to choose in the writing. That is something that they knew back then.
Look, either way, we have to get to the substation and we have to get the code.
Which substation?
Is it the same one for both? That was
It's
No.
24.
There-
It's like the next one over.
Okay.
It's 23 and 24.
Yeah.
Are they Roosevelt, how do substations work? Is this a thing
So-
where it's like 2 rooms in the same building, or is it 2 separate places to travel to?
More like 2 rooms in the same building, but they're like different floors. So what we're gonna do, we're already here at Station 2A. We have to go through that door. He kind of points to the door underneath that you saw earlier, Natalie, and he goes, go through that door. We take the elevator down to Substation 23 if we're gonna do the reset. We can also stop by Substation 24 if and grab the other code if we want to, and then we can see, because regardless, it would still require more than just you putting it in and then it automatically happening. If it doesn't have a filter feature, and because I also agree with, you know, not giving them a say is also kind of fun. So I don't think it's something we should do without, you know, at least letting them know. So we do the reset first, and then we could maybe, you know, just have a board meeting and talk about it.
Yeah, sure, fine, whatever. Yeah, let's go.
Okay. He holds the door open.
Yeah. She kind of brushes by Darian on her way out, just absentmindedly.
I think he kind of like that's enough to kind of knock him out of his thoughts, and he kind of just shakes his head and just goes.
Okay, all right. Elevator. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
So we get in the elevator and we go to the place.
Yep. You get in the elevator. The elevator is modern enough. It's got, you know, like a marble floor, you know, some wood paneled walls. Functional enough, but also, you know, we put some money into it, so it isn't the worst thing in the world. And you arrive on floor 23. And as you step out into a very busy police station. Nobody seems to notice you. But you step out into a busy police station. People are walking across. It's more a busy police office. Not station like itself per se, but like the floor of a building, maybe akin to like FBI or Darian.
I'm not feeling so good, Mr. Stark. Being here.
You see a logo that you've only seen a couple other times. It's kind of familiar to you. You kind of think back, and it's pretty familiar to the one that Gavin has on his Interpol badge.
Mm-hmm. Is it the crest for Interpol?
It is.
Oh, okay. He doesn't feel any better, but he registers what it is.
Mm-hmm. Nobody seems to notice you or really pay much attention one way or the other. And as you kind of begin walking through, Roosevelt kind of leading the way, you realize that none of them notice you because it's almost like you guys are there, but you guys aren't there as a physical entity that they would notice. They kind of, like, you see people like look through you as they're walking past. They don't hit you or touch you. They walk around you, but nobody really puts any sort of recognition.
So it feels like we're still like in our world.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're in our world, but
We're in the in-between.
we're like ghosties.
Kinda, yeah. That's what it feels like.
All right. So where is this thing?
It's over here, and he kind of points to a old-looking machine in a realm of, you know, newer desktops and stuff like that. There's this old computer with like a dot matrix kind of screen to it, and he goes, "That's what you need. That's when you need to pull the codes." And interact. We just have to be careful about interacting with it because
Can we touch it?
you should be able to.
Okay. Natalie, do you know how these things work?
I mean, no, but probably. I just need to look at it.
I sort of gesture and back up.
So how am I supposed to use this?
I believe. Let me make sure I have this right. Hold on. I'm gonna grab my book.
It would be a calculate for you to figure out.
I mean, it would be a calculate to figure out
to figure out the technology. It would be a calculate.
to figure out
yeah.
robots, machines, magnetic ships, cyborgs, and everyday technology is calculate using it as program. So
I believe you're trying to use it, correct?
yeah,
Okay.
I need it to give me the information that I need.
Mm-hmm. And I think
Hey-
this. Well, we'll cover this here in a second. Let's see.
Well, time to ding your shame.
He didn't
This-
technically call for the roll. Yeah.
What is it?
This is the start of our extended trouble for the evening. Our first roll of a few. We are going to make this a normal difficulty threat level of an extended trouble, which means that we will just need 12 total successes across all of these checks.
What are the stakes?
The stakes are, if you fail, should you fail, what you would be resetting would not come to pass, and the organism would keep strangling and taking hold of keepers. And with that, the organism would be able to do what it has been trying to do from the start.
And so, is there like because it's an extended trouble? Is there something that's suddenly going to start? Like, is War going to kick down the theoretical door and say it's hammering time at us, or is this sort of just like a race against the clock kind of situation?
It is a race against the clock kind of situation with the potential threat of War finding you guys. Should the organism try to push him in that direction.
Okay, so because it's an extended trouble, we need to come up with a plan, figure out who's going to roll what in order to be able to get us to those successes and theoretically
Yeah.
Yes.
solve the problem. So this is discussion time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Hi, I'm Ronnie. This is my first time playing a Things from the Flood game, and I don't know how an extended trouble
So
works.
an extended trouble is basically the way that we solve conflict in Things from the Flood.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
basically not a single check, but it is a single check for each player.
For each character.
Each character has to participate in this trouble, and basically you're essentially rolling dice to do a part of a plan
Yeah.
that would essentially make it so that this plan is successful.
So the sum that we need is 12.
And
Right.
and it's based off the level of difficulty determines the number, and then it's times how many players we have. So this is a normal difficulty.
So we need 12.
So each player needs to make 3 successes. Now, other players can make up those lost successes by rolling higher and stuff like that. But it's essentially you want to try and find a way, like basically you're going to say what you want to do or what you think will do to kind of make this happen. And between the GM and the players, we determine what that dice roll is
Okay.
as well.
And this is the whole process of getting the keepers reset.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so the extended trouble is a race against time to get the code,
So we can get to the
Unst-
pocket dimension.
uns deliver it, so
Put it in.
get it into the pocket dimension and push the button.
All right.
Before War and whatever cohorts he's bringing comes
Yeah.
for us.
Mm-hmm.
For some
And
chaos and negativity.
and now 12 successes is what we need to create a absolute success. We've done it, right?
If we don't do that, then there's a compromise.
Yes, and so there is a thing called a compromise. So if we do not make it to 12, but we make it to 6, then we're in compromise territory.
Yep.
How many rolls do we have to get to 12 successes?
Each person gets
Each of us
one.
has one.
Each person has
4
one.
total, 1 per person.
Okay.
That's why Jesse and I were holding back on our shames and whatnot. This is going to be super easy. And then say if we reach compromised territory, the person who has the least amount of successes rolls basically dings conditioned until they're broken and scarred. Then they get a scar. There's no way any of us are going to die because none of us have scars.
Mhm.
So this is as easy as it can be. So
Okay.
Statistically speaking, even if we reach a compromise, the compromise just means like you succeed, but there's a caveat.
Yeah. Succeeded.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Statistically speaking, I don't think we're going to get under 6. So I don't think we have to necessarily worry about absolute failure. But, so basically we need to figure out who does what part of the plan. So for example, Natalie is going to access the code or gain or try and retrieve the code. And then I figure I'll probably go first with probably that program role. So the next thing would be is that I gotta hand it to somebody, and those somebodies need to open up a pocket dimension, whatever that means.
Or
hold it open.
Or sort of help our journey so that war doesn't find us.
Yeah, so there could be a way of like, if war comes out the door ready to fuck us up, somebody may need to distract war when they show up. So
do we get through your first step and then see what happens, or do we plan everything first?
We have to make the plan first.
Yeah.
So here's what I'm thinking then.
Okay.
Natalie gets the codes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's obvious.
Mhm.
Natalie is big tech.
Tech.
Darian, you're good at move, yeah?
Yep.
You get us fast back through to where we need to go. Vi uses magic to open the correct pocket dimension. I use contact because that's what I use to magic enter the code, reset the keepers.
And I have my untitled book that may help me in opening.
We
pocket dimensions.
may discover that Vi will rediscover magic in this extended trouble.
Because I'm pretty much sort of powerless. Kind of powerless.
So with that in mind, I know that my role is going to be a program role.
Yes.
If not, I can also do the distracting and whatnot. I'm good at both charm and force as well. If I need to distract war.
I think my magic role would be a contact, wouldn't it?
That's what it was before, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it was in the past.
Okay. I can
And
do
so,
that.
yeah.
Or possibly maybe investigate if you have to like find the right
I think
frequency or
investigate would
something.
make sense too, especially for
Okay.
this one because it's about getting to the right pocket dimension.
Higher dice. Okay. Gang, gang.
And so this is the opportunity also you can use your iconic item. So if you can explain how you can use your iconic item to help you with this, perfect opportunity. If you can explain how you can use any items that you may have, ding while your shame is affected by it, and there you go.
Mhm.
So that's kind of it. So I think that's the good plan, and we all know what we're gonna do, and it's time for the extended trouble.
Did we decide what I'm doing? Am I moving or am I distracting?
It's up to you, honestly. I think that I think cinematically, I think it might be one of those things like the baddies are coming through the door, or whatever, ready to stop us, because they should be.
Get arrested.
Yeah, I would say I think it would make the most sense for them to be on your heels.
Okay.
So you can just like punch war in the face.
Dude.
Radical.
No, that's the other rocker that I played.
Tubular.
Yeah, I'll distract.
I'm already
Okay.
questioning if I should have done a harder one.
You can adjust it.
Ooh, can
I mean-
okay.
I mean, if I don't think it's a normal.
Okay.
I don't think this is normal. I think this is at least. What would you say, Julian?
I say this is at least a 4 successes. Like just because like the
Yeah.
characters have leveled up so
Yeah.
many times.
I agree with that. I think it makes more sense. I'm just a person that does not use extended triple often, as we know from those various previous weeks, because we're all like, how does this work? So-
Yeah, no, I mean that's what we're here for. That's we've done like
Yeah, I was like,
extended troubles a
you guys
bunch.
are
So
more about it than we have been. So
yeah,
I would say I'm not gonna make it ridiculous, so we'll just make it extremely difficult. So 4 times, so you guys will need 16. in
so
total.
so theoretically, each of us should try and get 4 successes each.
successes.
But if we don't, again, it's totally okay. Other players can make up for it, and even if we end up compromising, that doesn't mean we fail.
Yeah, because then one person just needs to just ding all their conditions until they're broken or scarred. Whoever rolled lowest between the 4 of us.
Okay, so I'm ready to go. I'm just going to definitely use my laptop to help me with my programming role. And I'm also going to, let's see, how can I rationalize? I've always been told I'm the good girl. Well, this is a very good thing to do, because if we do save the universe, hell, that is the goodest of things to ever do. So I am going to be embracing my shame in this
The goodest
case.
of girls.
I am a total good girl.
Okay.
So that is how I'm going to rationalize embracing. So I already have 1 success in the bucket. All I need to do is just get 3 more. I'm
Yep.
going to roll this right now. And I got 2 successes. So that means I'm sitting with 3 successes right now.
Okay.
Okay.
You were able to get the codes. It takes a little longer than you think you expected, just because of the way it functions, and trying to get to work with your tech and cross that bridge takes a little longer than you're expecting.
Honestly, you guys need to update your technology, because this is really frustrating.
And
Writes down code, hands it to the group. Let's go.
I think as
Is this
that-
both of them?
Is it? It probably is.
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
can say for it. For
Okay.
It probably
yeah,
is.
Yeah.
The compromise might be which one you pick.
With that, I'd say as the time it took for you to get that done, you guys hear another elevator. Well, not an elevator. You hear the staircase door slam open as War and a handful of other individuals walk in, and they are dead set on trying to stop you guys.
Darian kind of like whips his head around, sees that, and then he kind of steps back and then looks briefly back towards the rest of you, and he jerks his head and he goes, "Go. I'll keep him from getting anywhere near you."
Be careful.
Make sure to be real annoying.
Sure. And he nods. And as you guys kind of scooch off, hey, Fen,
Yeah.
is there a way I can implore events to do something to change my fate here?
How do you want to do that?
I want to make it so that every single police officer in this very busy place sees me
Okay. So you want to say use.
and sees him.
Okay. So you want to say use a contact roll to adjust this. Is that
That's not what I
I'm
want to
hearing?
be my singular role.
Okay.
It-
Okay.
It's narratively you want.
Narratively,
events to
it's what I
fuck with
want.
things.
Yeah. Okay. So you basically want to like, even the playing field a little bit.
It's basically it's setting the scene for what I'm about to do.
Okay. Well, then why don't we make this? We'll make a quick contact from a roll outside of the extended trouble.
Okie dokie.
You got this. I believe in you.
We'll not change anything of the actual roll you have to do.
I didn't do it.
Okay.
No, it's you and War, baby.
As you kind of reach for your phone, you try to find events number. You hit the dial button. You hit the
We're sorry. The caller you are trying to reach is in another dimension.
Fuck me.
Please end your call and try again later. Announcement 3, 4, 7.
Great. That's fine. I guess instead of doing, because I wanted to really make like this really cool, like everyone like noticed us.
It could happen still.
I would
like,
say let's see
it
what the
could
roll
happen.
is. Let's see what the roll is, and then we'll. I mean, I guess I think it would make sense depending. I guess what is it narratively you're trying to do with that if they like see all of us?
What I want to do is I want to make like Darian wants to make a scene essentially, by whipping out a deadly weapon in the middle of a
Interpol office
in
building.
the middle of an Interpol office building.
Maybe when you fire it or you use it, maybe that's what happens is that it kind of breaks the illusion of whatever pocket shit dimension that we're in right now.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And I was gonna say either that or in terms of trying to annoy War. I'm sure Nokia phones have probably some sort of panic button on them where they make a stupid noise.
Yeah.
A stupid ear piercing noise. But either way, this is if I do the deadly weapon thing, then that's a force. If I do the annoying thing, then that's a charm probably.
The question is, which do you want to do more? I think regardless, I agree with the fact that you would be breaking the illusion and the barrier, the invisible barrier that's like kept you guys out of their vision type thing. I think either way that would happen, regardless of how you choose to do it. I think it's just more which way you want to go with the role.
I think Darian's a very aggressive person, so I think
No,
he's...
is he?
Angie other. So what I am going to do is I'm going to check my shame.
Okay.
And that is I'm the reason everything falls apart. So my justification for this is I'm going to make sure that everything doesn't fall apart for everyone else.
Okay.
So I'm both embracing it and pushing against it at the same time. I am going to use my iconic item because I already used my iconic item to hurt someone in the past because it has one of those sharp knife bits rings on there. And yeah, I'm gonna do that. So let's see how we go. So that's 3 successes.
So now we're at 6.
Yep. 6 and 2
Out of 16.
6 out of 16. We need 2 more to reach a compromise.
All right. So you pull out your keychain, find the like, you know, sharpened ring point.
I bet you like he like spins it until he grabs like the rest of it and like the one part's, you know, jutted out.
And you how do you like approach War, and how do you like go to hit him?
I think like he just walks dead ass at like towards him like DePiglio. Just like not blinking.
He's coming right for him.
He has one goal and one goal only, and it's to set this motherfucker back and to cause chaos that is going to cause the rest of the station to take notice and to create this barrier.
Okay.
Regardless of whether or not he hits him, he hurts him, he doesn't care. It's just a matter of just connecting to do that.
I would only say you connect. Are you waiting? Are you trying to keep up with everybody else as they're leaving, or are you trying to stay behind?
He's staying behind.
No, he's staying behind.
Cool. You were able to make as you take this first swing, and you catch War, and you hit him, and everybody notices around you. All these police officers are suddenly very aware of the fact that there are multiple individuals that were not not in this building. And you see him take the punch, and he just kind of turns back at you and goes, "Fair enough." And he goes back to swing, and as you guys break out into this brawl,
they're fucking fisticuffing right there. We have to open up a pocket dimension door.
And trying to, like, you know, knock, and you guys engage in this physical fight, which is a lot more fair than you thought it would probably be, Darian. It is the Keeper of War. You definitely are able to give everyone else enough time to make it back into the elevator and back up to the liminal space.
before guns are pulled out on us. Before we're tackled to the ground.
Vi has to pull Annika a couple steps.
Let's go. Come on.
We have to hurry.
Rosebud kind of look and go, what? Come on, we don't have time for this. Darren will take care of himself.
Okay.
We can come back.
It's your
to
turn,
it.
Vi.
You guys make back up to the
Something in
little
this
space.
stupid fucking book.
Okay. And
You
you are.
book.
I would say make me your investigate roll as you look through this book to find something to help you.
You've got this. Vi.
I'm gonna check my shame. Is this the moment I say goodbye? Because frankly, if I fuck this up, I could kill all of us. Just like I may have accidentally killed an entire group of teenagers in an alternate reality.
Yeah, that thing happened too.
No, you didn't. It's fine. You hear
I-
Isaac.
am afraid that if we do succeed this, and if we mess up, and Annika decides to switch off all the keepers, I have to say goodbye to a few people.
Mm-hmm.
So, whether I get to live 5 years or 5 minutes, I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna protect the people I love.
Okay.
So,
ahead and make
okay,
me-
I'm also using the entitled book.
Knock it out of the ballpark.
I got 1 success. Here we go. 3 successes.
All right.
Including your
Yeah.
shame.
Yes.
Okay. So you guys are
One,
up
two,
to
three.
9.
9. So we've reached compromise level.
Mhm.
We need 5 successes to succeed.
Totally.
Totally.
Yep.
No pressure.
It's again, it's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll say up right now, like because we've done the same rolls across the board. I'll just take the conditions and then
I
we'll just get
I
the
was gonna do
compromise.
it actually.
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever.
It depends on what's cinematically appropriate, let's just say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Vi,
Here goes.
as you flip through this book looking for something, and you see this ritual that in Romanian talks about opening a portal to another dimension. It doesn't necessarily specify pocket dimension, so you give it a shot. It's
Open dimension door. It's a clear spell. It's a spell in D&D.
I'd say
Yes and
Vi
no.
is a 5th level bard.
Sure. And you follow it to the letter, and at one point you reach out for something that is just beyond your reach, and as you reach, you feel it. You got everybody else in the room. I don't think he's maybe focusing on it right now, but it just flips into his hand real quick, and he uses it, and he like puts, frankincense, all those other crazy things. We'll just narratively say 'cause it's it, and then
he has his bag on him. So
yeah, pulls out a few other things. Marks the door with chalk,
Come on.
pulls it open, and it is what looks to be the right pocket dimension, but it's a little ways further back from where Annika needs to get to. So Annika's gonna have to do a bit of running first to get there. That's just how I'm working in the 3 successes over the 4.
Hope you're trained to marathons. Go.
See you on the other side. I jump through.
Okay.
I've got my Trapper Keeper tucked under one arm.
Okay.
I probably put the codes in there, let's be honest.
Yeah, that makes sense. And you are able to make it to this very almost like archaic machine that is bathed in a fluorescent light. After you take a few turns, you're running through this hallway. There's no other doors on these sides. There's just there's some bulletin boards. There's like a stack of filing cabinets. One of them is like knocked over onto its side, and you just kind of hop over it. And you make your way to the end of this hallway where there is this bathed in fluorescent light. It's almost like clock punch machine, but it has the option to put in numbers where you obviously are meant to put in this code. And then you have a little LCD screen next to it. Yeah, probably LCD. And it has on it a spot like where you would put all the codes in, and then it would pop up with something else after that is what you kind of see. And as you're putting in this code, go ahead and make this final roll for me.
All right, so I'm using my Trapper Keeper.
Yep.
I'm using Contact.
Yes.
So that's 8, 7, 8, 9. All right.
You got this. I believe in you.
It's
Do it.
fine. You got it. Easy.
Okay, so that's one success. I have to roll one more die. That's one success.
Okay, so
But can I push?
This is a part where we hit the
Oh.
compromise because we have 10
Yeah.
successes. You need 16 to pass. As the person with the lowest amount of rolls, Annika, you are able to check a condition and re-roll your dice.
No.
So-
you check conditions.
you check
for
all of your
additional
conditions
successes.
for
Okay.
your additional successes. So how
Gotcha.
many conditions do you have left to check?
4, including broken and scarred.
Yes, so you check all of those. You are now broken and scarred.
You get
we
a
have
scar.
4 successes, so we need 2 more.
I thought because I rolled 1.
You rolled 1, so you're at
You
10.
roll run. Yeah, but you've already dinged a condition, right? You
Yeah.
have one condition
Yeah.
already dinged.
So I got 4 more.
So you're broken
So we
and
need 2
scarred.
more.
So then we have 2 more that we need.
So we need 2 more. So that means another kid needs to
I'll do it.
do 2.
Okay.
And so now Annika is broken and scarred as a result of this compromise. But what does the compromise mean? That is up to the narrative, if you will, and what you decide to put what code in, or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like basically, the stress of the situation has resulted in you becoming broken.
So basically, when you're broken and scarred, you get a scar that essentially would matter if we were continuing this, but we don't need to worry about that.
I mean, it still technically matters narratively.
Yeah, it basically a scar is something that is either physical, mental, or social that you have to get over later.
It's like
And
a
the more
hang-up.
scars you have, the easier it is for you to be removed from the game. So
Yep.
because this is your first scar, you don't have to worry about rolling anything to see if
I
you
have-
survive.
I have an idea. So I think so she enters the codes. She enters the code
Yeah.
to
reset.
reset. And I think that goes fine.
Mhm.
And I think then she sees like the filter, like how to filter for the reset.
Mhm.
And she enters in the reset code and tries to filter. She tries to write the keeper of the flesh out of the keepers
Okay.
because she just doesn't think that it should exist. Nobody should have dominion over that.
Okay.
And I think that she makes herself essentially a psychic and magic null zone
Mm.
because of it. I think that she fully destroys herself psychically.
Okay. So, in as you fully are, when you fully destroy yourself psychically, you say that as in just mentally gone.
No,
Oh.
like she's still a person. She's still sentient. She just like
Like
Hey,
she tries to do this tech that's maybe above her pay grade kind of situation, and maybe not realizing the full extent of what she's
Yeah.
doing.
and like so at this point I would say she loses a significant amount of her natural intuition, and anyone who was like magically reading her, there's just nothing there.
Mhm.
Her aura is gone.
Okay. And when that aura is disappeared, as you put in the other code, and you select specifically the Keeper of the Flesh to be removed, and that aura is taken away as part of this, and it's something that you've wanted. And as you walk out, knowing that you've done this successfully, Vi, you see Annika slowly walking back. There's no hurry there.
Hey,
Over. As soon as Annika's like through the portal, I think Vi drops it. Just
Darian, you are mid-fight, still pushing off both War and a couple of his goons. You've dispatched a few of his other goons already.
Sweet.
And as you fight, you see the red fade from his eyes as you both take a moment to catch some form of a breath. And he just kind of looks at you and goes, Org isn't around anymore. Cool.
No shit, Sherlock. Fuck you.
He just holds up a middle finger and goes, yeah.
And then we get sideswiped by the cops.
And then you get arrested.
And then Interpol swipes in and arrests both of you. Natalie, you also see Vi drop the door to the pocket dimension as Annika walks through, and Roosevelt is kind of standing nearby and just kind of looks at Annika and goes, nice. Should have written me out too while you were at it, but
oh,
what? What's
I
being
only-
written out?
I only had one person's permission, for sure.
it's true.
And I think she just sits down on the bed. And I think she lays down on the bed and fully falls asleep. And she just mumbles at she's like, get Darian.
Darian, you see as you get handcuffed, you see walking through, like, kind of hurriedly, you see Gavin walking through the crowd.
What is going on?
Going, Darian, why are you here?
He's just kind of like, he like probably spits like some sort of like blood or whatever on the floor from whatever scuffle he had. And he's like, long fucking story. Don't ask.
Okay. I won't. And he goes, I'll take him to questioning. And pulls you away, Darian, from the officers who recognize Gavin and let you be. War is still standing there, also in handcuffs, as well as some of his people.
He's a bad dude. You say that like he's the worst.
He's an ass. Like, he killed Leia.
Throw the book at
We're
him.
never gonna figure that out. Shit, he killed Leia.
Throw the book at him, officers. He deserves.
He kicks puppies.
And as he leads you into the elevator that you guys came out of, he kind of goes, right, so, long story.
Yeah. I did what I needed to do, I think.
You
Kind of
think?
like looks off towards the elevator. I don't know where the rest of them went.
Where? Are they still here? Or? And then the elevator starts without Gavin pressing a button. After he had hit the closed door button. And it goes up for a long while. And Gavin kind of looks around a little concerned.
As this is happening, Darian kind of like hits his head back against the elevator. He's like, remember all those lyrics that I wrote about all the weird shit that you didn't understand, but you said that it had a good vibe, so we went with it anyway?
Yeah, the ones that had a very great vibe, but made no sense.
Well,
But people
it's still not going to make sense, but maybe it could not make sense to the both of us now.
Okay. And as you say that, the door is open back into the liminal space, and you see both Darian and Gavin walk out, and Gavin looks extremely confused. He goes, "Is this still the Interpol office?"
Annika wants to see you, Darian. And Vi kind of like, so I figure he, after dropping the portal, he kind of like collapsed and sort of like, kind of like landed in a sitting position. He sort of slowly gets up and just quietly
He is
gathers his
fully asleep on the bed.
As you collapse, you see Hal extend a hand down to you, Vi, and hoists you up.
Hey.
Hey.
So, portals, that's a thing I could do. That was nifty.
Let's give them a minute, and then we'll talk. And he kind of gestures over at Darian and Annika, who is fully asleep on the table.
I think like it's Darian who's like he's still handcuffed.
Gavin, as you start approaching, he's like, "Come here, bad luck." You know, like unhooks you.
Yeah, well, explain this in a minute. Just, we didn't do anything bad. At least I don't think we did anything bad.
I mean, everybody at the Interpol station will disagree with you, but
it's one more stain on my fucking record.
I would say you're not a new thing for you.
Hey, but who can say that they fought in an Interpol office and lived?
Yeah, I guess I'm not being a detective after all. He kind of rubs his wrist a little bit, and he goes over. He kind of registers that Annika is asleep, and he sits at the edge of the bed table, and kind of, guess it like he checks her over briefly. I don't think he can't sense anything magically, so I guess according to him, she's just asleep.
Yeah.
So I think as he kind of looks her over, he kind of looks over to Natalie, and he'll say, "Did everything go all right?
I think so.
Is she okay?"
I think she's just tired.
Hey.
A little sleepy.
Hey,
I did it.
you reset everything?
Yeah. Me. And me.
His brows kind of go high. You got out?
Keeper of the Flesh doesn't exist.
Good fucking riddance then.
I may have... She taps the brass bracelet she's been wearing. Doesn't do anything anymore.
Yeah.
Tara just never has a friend for the rest of eternity.
Yeah. Rip Tara.
Rip Tara.
It...
Man.
Hey, it's okay. You don't need to figure it all out right now. You look banged up. More than me. Which is funny, because Annika, if you look at him, he's got probably a split lip, a busted eye a little bit.
First rib.
Yeah.
War don't play.
Yeah. She reaches up and wipes some blood off his face. Oh, you big baby.
I just don't want you to get blood all over you. Just rest up and we can talk, when you feel better, and after we have a minute to explain everything to Gavin. And he kind of just slowly looks back towards his anchor.
Where's
Gavin-
the blonde
Gavin
elephant
is-
in the room?
Crossed his arms and is leaning against one of the poles to hold up the grating on the second floor.
Gavin is eating popcorn.
He's just kind of sitting there and just watching.
Just does like a at him before for looking back. Roosevelt, you got like a fucking blanket or something?
Yeah, somewhere around here, and he just kind of reaches underneath something and pulls out a blanket.
Magical.
Fucking fantastic. And he takes it and puts it over you, Annika. Just rest, okay?
We're gonna talk though.
Sure, like last time. He pats her on the shoulder and lets her go to sleep.
So, Gavin watches that conversation come to a close. We're not in Interpol's office anymore.
Nope.
Where are we?
Ask the idiot in the corner of the room.
To which Roosevelt just goes,
Roosevelt's like, don't talk about Natalie like that.
Natalie did just fine helping us do this.
Roosevelt just kind of looks over and goes, it's a long story, but... And we're everywhere and nowhere. We're in between things. It's a pretty new world.
Look, Darian stands up. No, from the beginning. Giant exposition dump.
Yeah.
Insert here.
As this conversation that happens, and you see like Hal chimes in a couple times, and like over the course of this conversation, coffee's brought out from somewhere in this place, and Gavin at the end of it kind of looks at you and goes, so what I'm hearing is you, well, there's a way we could spin this. I mean, could be an inside guy for something that went south, and as you were trying to get back to me at Interpol, they tried to get you.
Are you seriously gonna lie for me right now?
I mean, you've been wanting to be a detective for a while. You did help close this case. Both you and Hal. Which I don't know how he knows what he knows. And Hal just kind of shrugs.
We don't try to understand how. Just don't. Hal is just like, ooh, whatever. I know your secrets about him too.
But why not?
I have to. Don't I need a GAD before I have to go to police academy?
Yeah. So that's what you're gonna get.
GED.
He just looks over at Vi.
Vi, who is sort of like leaning against the nearest wall, just sort of like maybe sort of like wipe away a nosebleed from that portal.
Because GED. But because, well, yeah. So if that's what you need, then that's what you're gonna get. And then you're gonna go through Police Academy. I'm not gonna let you off the hook fully. I'm still gonna make you go through that dumb shit. We all went through it. It's your turn.
He shakes his head and he's like, all right.
Plus, it'll give you a more reputable job than what you've been doing.
What, being your fucking guitarist? Glares at him. Like, whatever. We'll figure out my future later. Just wanna, I guess, go home.
Roosevelt just
No.
kind of shrugs and goes, okay.
He can just do that. So.
As Darren pauses, he's like, but my car, it's still in Georgia.
Yeah, we can get that too.
Road trip back home. Or we could just go to Salem and finish our road trip.
I'm kind of good on the whole magic thing right now. Did sort of open up a portal to another dimension, so
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
yeah.
What if we went to Miami?
We'll meet this awesome guy. His name's Luke.
I
No.
kind of just want to.
You mean Long Island in Miami?
You mean, yeah.
I
Go
kinda
home?
just want to get some coffee, maybe, and take a nap in my bed.
Well, it's gonna take us a while to get back home. Well, I mean, I can drive. It's fine. You can just go back home. Since we have an interdimensional time traveling police box computer station.
Yes, basically a TARDIS.
Okay, let's settle this right here, right now, Torres. Are you a nerd or not? I just kind of looks at Tyrion right now. You've mentioned Harry Potter, Doctor Who, all this shit. It's okay. For fuck's sake, we just stopped an organism. You can be a fucking nerd.
Wait, are you saying you don't realize that Darian is a complete and utter dweeb?
He tries to hide it really well.
And soon you'll be detective.
You
nerd, so
wrote
it's
Lord of
okay.
the Rings lyrics!
Yeah, and I assumed your mystic ass shit came from somewhere other than actual real life, so I
I
didn't.
have
I'm gonna
pictures.
punch you.
And I could walk you back into the station, and we don't have to do any of that.
I have pictures.
Vi kind of nudges Hal. Detective dweeb.
Darren,
Hal just
Punch.
chuckles.
Darren will punch Gavin, but it's not as with the ferocity that he punched War at all.
A light tap of fake punch.
Yeah,
All right.
which probably still smarts.
So
Oh,
are we,
no,
are
the
we
hand I
road
accidentally
tripping
had
back, or are we gonna like vacay some more, but like without the murder?
Well, some of us can go back and some of us can go on vacay. I know I have to get my car back.
I would like my car back at some point.
I mean, all I need is to get my stuff from Natalie's van.
Then I guess that's what we'll do. I mean, good job, guys.
Yeah, we did it.
Tell Jasper we said hey.
Oh well.
I don't know about you guys, but I've had enough keeper nonsense to last me a whole summer.
Yeah.
Roosevelt,
She looks
can we keep the 70s garb?
Yeah, if you really want to.
Oh, I want to change out of this so bad.
It's up to
I'm
you.
keeping it.
I got it when I first got this job. I've not used it since.
Annika turns to Hal. She nods.
He nods.
She,
back.
I'm never gonna fucking see your face again.
You will one day if I'm still here.
Ew, gross.
But until then, I hope not.
She's still got the blanket around her like a cape, and she like nods to Roosevelt. She says, "Alice will open the door for you. Just become the keeper of HR
Oh,
or
I
something."
fully plan to do that.
I think it'll suit you, Roosevelt.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm bad with people, given how we all met. But hey, whatever.
It'll make all the stalking make sense.
To be fair, most people don't like HR.
Hey, I'll throw it in then. Perfect.
And Annika just fully walks out of the Georgia bathroom in like I'm imagining like one of those like crappy hotel blankets that's around my shoulder.
Oh, it's super itchy. It's beige. Gross. I think Darian kind of like is like wandering after Annika, but I think like he pauses and he makes like a pivot and he looks towards Hal. And he goes, "You.
Yeah.
We're talking about something serious later.
Name a time and place. I'll be there.
Saturday at 10 o'clock."
Yeah, you'll have yourselves a knife fight. Let's just fucking.
No, Vi. It's to help you. And he walks out.
I'll
I
just
was just making a movie reference, but okay.
Apparently Darian's not that big of a nerd then.
I mean, Kill Bill Volume 1 came out by this time.
It did. Doesn't mean everybody's seen it. It's still considered a cult classic.
So, as I understand it, what is happening now is Vi is being magically transported back to Quiet Nevada, and the rest of us are road tripping.
As far as I know.
All right.
Vi is gonna get his stuff from
Yeah.
Nally's before
Mhm.
walking back into the liminal space.
I think Annika is more awake now after all I think she probably woke up at some point during the like 2-hour exposition dump.
Or Vi's yelling at Darian.
Yeah.
And has discarded the terrible blanket at this point and has seated herself in Darian's passenger seat. So,
Mhm.
Where to?
You kind of
Hey, hold up. You guys don't get to go off without at least giving me a hug or something.
Yeah.
We just saved the world. Again.
Again.
Running theme. I totally get it.
Nope,
But-
I don't want it to. This is the last time we're doing that. No more saving the world. I think we all need to be normal people, I think.
I am never gonna be normal. And
I'm pretty
okay
sure
with
I
that.
don't have a choice anymore.
Something you can't be ordinary, Annika Montenegro. You're extraordinary. And Vi hugs Annika.
Mm-mm.
She hugs him back. She's like,
Be safe.
Take-
Okay.
we will. We're safer now. And a lot of that's because of you.
Stop. All I did was open up a dimensional portal with Chalk and Rosemary. Anyone could do it.
Really? Darian asks, almost curious.
I'll text you when I'm back in town. We can go get coffee.
Or you could text me when you guys get to the next place and like send pictures and whatnot, or postcards.
Camera on my phone sucks, but sure.
You have a
I'm
camera on your phone?
I'm sure I can make out a blurry. I'm sure I can make out.
I mean, them
blurry picture of
bitches
the
were
dolphin.
very, very rough back in the
They
day.
were.
Darian has the Nokia brick, so like, there's no way that thing's taking photos.
She definitely got her phone while she was still getting paid for by her parents, so she's got the Motorola Razr. It's
Yeah.
definitely got a camera in it, but it does
It's
suck.
so rough.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A megapixel, if you were lucky.
Vi kind of looks over there and come over here, Badland Jack Murdoch. Come on. Hug.
She shakes his head at that, and he hugs him back. And he'll say, "Try to omit all the bad shit when you talk to Jasper."
Try to have fun and let loose for once. Life is short.
Yeah. I'll try. And he'll pat him and kind of lean back. And I think he kind of like looks over towards Natalie. And I think like Darian doesn't want Natalie to drive by herself. Can you convince Roosevelt to take one of the cars?
I can try.
I mean, he said he could do it, so.
I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
Bye, turns to Natalie. Come on.
Have a good trip through the interdimensional door right back home.
When you get back in town, we're totally doing drunk tarot readings.
Okay.
Or, normal shit like movies and whatnot. Okay?
All right. I like that better. I don't want to get seen by the cards.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, you're kind of stuck with me. You, like Annika and Darian before you, signed the friend contract with one Vincent Temple, so you will never be rid of me. So.
Remember signing that, but I suppose I must abide by my signature.
In blood.
Make sure those two kooky kids have some quality time together, okay?
Oh, of course.
Are you sure you're good with driving by yourself? You could ride with Darian. I can make sure the van's okay.
And ruin all the quality fun time that they're going to have in the car.
Well, there's driving, and then you can just abscond away to like the beach or something. Or make sure they abscond away to the beach or something.
Oh no, I am not going to be squeezed in the back of that car.
It has a nice back seat.
Watching them get all lovey-eyed in the front. Mm-mm. No, thank you. But I will document every single moment.
I figured you would.
Jesse barrels the camera.
Be safe, Natalie. Have fun. And thank you for literally everything.
Okay, and if you ever want to have more kinetic therapy, just ask.
Okay. Vi grabs his stuff. He kind of looks at Darian. Sorry, buddy. About the cars. And sort of takes one last look at his friends with a kind of smile and walks back through the Shell station.
Nat, are you sure you don't want
Guys,
to
did
come?
any time elapse? Is it still 3 p.m.?
It is exactly 3:15.
Fuck.
We did a lot in 15 minutes.
I mean, time is a relative construct.
We are so amazing.
Yeah, I think it's still 3.
Okay. Are we still worried about the government that was chasing us? Like
Well,
3 years and also 2 hours ago?
Well, if we cross the state lines, I don't think that they're going to be too worried about us.
Have ways of making sure that they probably can't track us.
Cool.
That's
go
not
to the-
concerning.
Let's go to the beach. Let's just go to the fucking beach. Let's spend some days doing nothing and having fun.
To the nearest beach. I don't know what state line that is.
Florida.
Georgia has some beaches.
I mean, Georgia has beaches. They're not great, but Darren will be like, Florida?
Let's go to Miami.
Let's go to Miami. That's right. And then Darian and Natalie will disappear.
Long Island!
Off we go then.
And as we pile into the cars, Annika turns and looks at Darian. She's like, "So we're gonna talk now?"
Yeah, we can talk now. Do you not want me to drive?
Not before I do this, you moron. And she reaches over and kisses him.
Oh my god. Caleb broke the sound barrier.
That was me. That was me going back to the normal space. It's fine.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, there's a screech.
Accidentally opening up another portal. Isaac grabbing him and pulling him in. You do that. It takes Darian a little
And this is
off
how my
guard.
story ends.
But he lets it happen and he kisses back and then he kind of smiles and goes, yeah, not while we're driving. And I think he leans forward to kiss you a second time, but it's short and sweet.
Mhm.
And he'll say, you're tired, I'm tired. I'm pretty sure Natalie has a fucking camera. So, let's talk. And and he'll start up the car and they can go.
All right. I don't think we have to zoom in on that. I think that they do talk.
And I think we give a nice wide angle shot of the cars as they take off back down towards Atlanta proper from the north side where they had pulled off. Roosevelt walking out to see both of them leave and just kind of shrugs and walks back in. And I think we jump forward to a couple final scenes. Maybe one short one. Darian, you are awoken by a loud knock on the door to the hotel room that you guys have bunked down in for the past few nights.
Are we in Miami?
If we're still in Miami, we're still in Miami.
Still in Miami. We ended up we just ended up that we just wanted to stay here. It's super. There's this awesome nightclub where they have colored drinks every different night. But yeah,
It is. You look
What
over
time is
and
it?
check your watch, or like the alarm clock on the table. It is promptly 10 a.m.
oh, fuck. And I said 10 p.m. You piece of shit, fucking. And he sits up. No.
The sun's too loud.
No, yeah, it's definitely too loud. Stay.
Okay.
And he kind of like mushes the blankets over her. He kind of probably shimmies to get at least proper pants. Maybe they convinced him to buy shorts finally while they were down there because Miami is
Fucking skinny legs.
Humid.
humid as all. I mean, to be fair, so is New Orleans, but I
Yeah.
mean, maybe he acquiesced to them being like, you're gonna wear shorts or we're not gonna be seen with you.
Man, this sounds like a specific somebody, not just both of them. saying it. That's felt very targeted. One accent in
Darren,
particular.
you don't wanna
I'm
die.
die.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can mimic Natalie than I can Annika.
It's okay. I was mostly kidding with that, but
It's fine. He at least gets pants on and goes over and opens the door, looking very deadpan.
Hal is sitting there, just kind of one hand in his pocket, the other one just kind of sitting there, and goes, "You said 10 a.m., right?"
Motherfucker, you didn't even bring me coffee.
He kind of looks over at a table, points down to two like Starbucks cups.
Motherfucker, you didn't buy local. Fuck you.
Yeah. He just stares at that and he goes, Starbucks, great.
They make coffee. I'm sorry that I don't know your specific spot that you have around here because I've not been with you for the past 4 days.
And I'm sorry that you're a dead basic bitch. And he closes the door behind him. And
Dead basic bitch.
he goes over to sit down and he's like,
That's my Ali and AJ cover band.
he sits down and he goes,
The deep pulse.
He takes the coffee, he takes a sip, cringes, puts it down, probably because there's too much sugar in it. And he'll say, okay, what the fuck is the deal with the death clock? And what change of events do I need to do to help Vi change that?
To help Vi change. Okay, so death clock is for all of us. We all have our own. They all kind of change and flow with everything going on.
Yes, we've all read or watched Death Note, so we understand.
Oh God.
Natalie's just like sitting on the railing, has been waiting. No,
She never sleeps anymore. She's just always awake.
no, but
What is it? What did it say on his gravestone before we
Last
decided
time-
to come over here?
he looked at it. He had about 5 years. That's already changed. I'm not going to give you the number, but if you want to keep influencing that in a positive way,
His brow twitches at that.
just be there for him. And he's got his own growing he still has to do with this whole new magic stuff that he's learning. But be there for him, and I guess try to keep him out of as much trouble as you can.
By keeping him out of trouble, he kind of like rotates the cup in his hands a little bit. Do you mean that if there's something else going on with this fucking organism?
Not that. There might be something else in the future. I'm not sure. I can't look that far into the future. So
That's it. Just be there.
yeah, be a supportive friend.
And why didn't you tell him that? Because
Why?
this has been ripping him apart.
Yeah, because he saw it. And it's ripping him apart because he chose to think about it and let it weigh heavily on his soul.
And who let him see it?
I didn't. He decided to show up in my fucking domain. I'm sorry, I can't be there to be like, yeah, no, you can't come in. Yeah, no, nobody's allowed in. I'm
I don't know. Can't you just make it like a shrub to go over it and have it be all
sure,
ambiguous? And
done. Now he'll never see it again. Nobody will ever see it. And then when he dies, his gravestone will just be a weird shrub on top of a grave.
he kind of like holds up his hands. He's like, really?
Yeah, sure.
So
done.
so it's just gonna appear that way in real life. Get the fuck over yourself. Look, only thing I want to know is that if there is something that can actually be done, like what happened with Annika.
I mean, if you want to strip him of his powers too.
No. That's his to decide.
I mean, that won't make him. I mean, that might say it might make it.
Are you
longer.
saying that that's what's making his lifespan shorter?
No, not. It's not specifically the fact that he has powers. It's, you could do some dangerous things with powers if you're not careful. That could be part of it.
Oh, I want to roll something.
By all means.
I want to charm this motherfucker. I want him to tell me exactly what it is that's ticking this death clock down, and if there's a way to mitigate that. Would you say that my talk with Gavin cured my exhausted condition?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Thank God.
It's also been a few days. You probably have a chance to get in touch with him, so that way he.
Sure. Yeah, he already has my start day for the police academy, I'm sure.
Mhm. And your, GED
Two.
work. 2 successes. Okay. You are able to do a bonus effect.
We're gonna do the same thing. I gain unexpected information.
Okay.
And this can, if you want this to be the stinger, go for it.
Yeah, this could be the stinger. He kind of leans in and goes, "Do you really want to know?" And you're not gonna like this, because it's gonna keep dragging you, if you want to help him, back into this keeper shit.
Are you gonna let me answer?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. The goddess that he leans on, it's part of the old gods. And the old gods really want to do dangerous things with this world. So,
Go off, old gods, then.
Papa says you didn't have to snatch my wig so hard.
So what do you do about old gods?
you keep him locked up. That's what Roosevelt's job is he keeps the watch. That's what he did before the organism shit fucked with him, and that's what he's gonna do now, until, he decides not to, or something worse happens, which, who knows, that might be why all of the death clocks are a certain way.
And why is this old god so interested in Vi?
Because his grandmother made a deal with the old god back a long time ago, and as a result, now it has powers from them.
So this is a Rumpelstiltskin kind of situation.
Yeah, I suppose. That's one way to look at it.
He sighs and looks down at the copy. Lock up the old gods.
They've been locked up. It will stay that way unless something bad goes down.
Let me guess. This goddess is trying to get him to let her out.
Not directly, but I'm not surprised if that would be a motive that happens over the next few years. There's a reason.
He kind of... Oh, go for it.
There's a reason I took an interest in him.
Outside of the obvious. You're taking a real long time to answer, and this copy's still hot in my hands.
Plenty of time to throw it in your face.
He's just like, if you do not like him for him, this copy is going to go in your face.
I wouldn't have reopened that door if I didn't find him an absolute wonder to hang out with and be around. And if I can keep him from being an old god's pawn, I'd do everything I could.
I squint at him and I do a perfect empathize check. And I find out that he's not lying.
You too. With the perfect empathize check, you find out he is 100% serious in everything he just said.
Okay. He nudges the coffee off to the side and he offers out a hand. And he says, all right. Then we work together to make sure that nothing bad happens to him.
He smiles, shakes your hand and shakes it. Yep. You, me, and we'll probably end up having Annika and Natalie help us. You know that, right?
His eyes kind of flutter at that. If Annika doesn't want to do...
Annika doesn't have to be anything outside of herself. I'm not putting any sort of, let's go get magical again.
Yeah.
But...
That's her choice. And that's Nat's choice.
Yep. But I get the feeling they would like to probably help Vi in any way that they could. And if I'm wrong in that, then I'm wrong in that. But that's what I mean by that.
That'll be a conversation from when both of them aren't hung the fuck over. And kind of he stands up.
He chuckles at that and goes, yeah. Future conversation.
For the
Nothing I gotta
future.
worry about now.
Yep, problem for future us. And he sips the coffee as he kind of is going back to the door. And
Camera pulls back and the Who plays.
I was gonna say Miami Vice can play.
Yeah, sure.
Well, I was gonna say because CSI Miami, you go yeah.
Yeah.
We don't get fooled again.
I think that's where we get a lovely title splash screen of Quiet. And wrap up this lovely season.
Hey. We did it.
We did it, guys.
We did it!
Hey.
Thank you all very much for watching this evening, and appreciate you sticking it out with us. We're running a little late, and I thank you very much for that. Let's go around real quick, talk about ourselves, where we can find you. We'll just go around the same order. Ronnie.
Yep. I have been Ronnie. You can find me at Rabid Ronnie. Watch that on Twitter. Watch that space. I've got some projects in the works with some friends that might be getting some release dates soon. So very, very excited to be getting started on those. And it has been a delight to share this time with you all.
Julie.
Yay!
Meow. Did you say my name?
Yeah, I said your
Yeah.
name.
Okay. Hi, I'm Julian, one half of Jackal and Hare. I have played Darian, who is both angry and cares a lot about his friends. A lot. Thank you, Fen, for running. I appreciate it, and I look forward to what you'll be running in the future. If you guys are interested in some post-apocalyptic sci-fi stuff, there's two games that are going to be coming up with that. Is it called Is it called Red Ascent or Rec Descent? Okay.
Red Ascent.
I
Not Rec Descent.
I don't know how the fuck you say that shit.
Red
Red Ascent, where I will be playing a shadow magic sorcerer who is very old and not tired, but he's just very old.
He's been around a while.
Been around the block like a snake eating its own tail. Anyway, you can also catch me for when we do the Veil, which is when we're not going to be doing Quiet. I've yet to fully decide what kind of character I'm going to play. I think I'm going to play a character that's going to be way too attached to technology. So that'll be fun to do.
Which is an entire 180 from the character we plotted for you earlier.
You know what? It's fine.
It's fine.
She'll be a very different character than I normally play.
Heck yeah.
So that's always good to do. You can also catch me over at Marine of One's channel on Tuesdays for a Paths game, where I play a very different angry from Darian. He's like self-entitled angry assassin that likes to shoot from very far away. You can also catch me running a VTM game called Vampire at the Disco every other Friday.
Doot doot.
Where recently our coterie, they all kind of went their own separate ways. But they went their separate ways where like Jackson really wanted to kill one of his touchstones because he was a very bad man, like a very bad man. And VW inadvertently got one of their other coterie members put in torpor. So it's okay. The Baron did it. And it's to help him. But I'll let Jesse talk more about that. I had fun. Thank you guys for playing with me. I hope to play other games with you guys in the future. So, yeah.
Jesse.
Hello, I'm Jesse. I'm the other half of Jekyll and Hare, and I played Natalie, who was also Cupid, who also played Cupid today, as well as a super awesome hacker that got the codes. When Batman asked, "Where are the codes?" Natalie was like, "I have them."
Right here.
Like,
Cyanic
right
is Batman
here.
confirmed.
Not sure. No, probably not.
She needs the money.
Needs more money.
Yeah.
Games I'm in. I am in a game that happens on the other Sunday here. Shadow's Embrace, where I play a vampire who is also a sweet bean.
And has absolutely done nothing wrong ever.
Absolutely has done
This is
nothing
totally
wrong.
not a goose in real life.
Totally not a goose in real life.
No.
And I run a game called The Immortal Odyssey, which is a Scion Second Edition adventure, where players are children of the gods and they make their way toward they're paving their way towards godhood. We're going to be encountering some Russian horror in our next session, which is going to be super fun.
And if you watch the most recent episode, you'll hear a voice cameo from me.
Yes, that is true. It is totally true. I enable Caleb. Speaking of Caleb,
Hello, my name is Caleb Wade of Crown Represents and Guild of the Phoenix. I played Vi, apparent old god Stan. You can find me at Caleb is Block. You can find me here alternating Sundays playing whatever we're playing. Shadows Embrace, and I guess we're playing The Veil? Who knows?
I was wondering if we wanted to pick that back up. No, we're going to be wrapping this up, but we can talk more about it afterwards.
Okay.
It's something I've loosely talked about doing, but you know.
Nice. You can also find me on Fridays running a game called Haven Rock, Buffy the Vampire Slayer RPG campaign, where it is full on queer chaos all those hours. So, you can find me on the Twitters and the Instagram at Caleb's Block. You can also find me on YouTube at Crendo Enter Presents. I started playing Persona 4 Golden, and we're going to one video a week. So part 2 is going to come out this Monday, I think.
yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, should be fun. And last but certainly not least, our game master, storyteller, and all-around good person friend, Finocchini.
Say it one more time.
Woo!
One more time. Just make sure you got it right.
Fencini.
Sorry. Our storyteller, game master, guild master, all-around good guy friend, Fenacini.
I was actually expecting something worse, to be
I
honest.
was actually hoping for you to say it wrong again, but differently.
Different kind of wrong. Hi, I'm Fen. I've been your storyteller for this evening. I'm also a guildmaster over here at Guild of Phoenix.
Meow.
It's a baby.
And
Baby
also
hours.
there's
Cato.
baby
A
cat.
baby.
Bonus Cato hours.
Cute baby cat.
And a name.
Yay.
Look, it's Matt's innocence being taken away.
I thought you got a dog, Matt.
But yes, you can find us here weekly, doing all sorts of crazy stuff. Next Thursday is the first week of our Reticent campaign, a 5e custom setting that I've been working on loosely in the background over the past 7 or 8 months. No, it's been over a year since that's been in dev. Wow, okay.
Wow.
Because I showcased the short story to somebody at PAX Unplugged in 2019.
Nice.
Like December of 2019, so it's been over a year. Anyway, but I'm finally putting that into a campaign setting format just for fun. So we'll be playing that. It's a lovely 5e spin-off with some extra funness to make it a little more post-apocalyptic.
A lot of things that are wild and magical.
Yeah, you got a lot of wild, you got a lot of magic, you got a lot of other less fun things, which will...
You got the wild, you got the magic, you got the gabagool. It's fine.
You can also check us out here on Fridays for Haven Rock, as we talked about before. Lovely Buffy the Vampire Slayer campaign. I heard there were guest spots happening. Am I right?
There is going to be a guest spot on episode 8, I believe.
Okay.
Oh, who's gonna?
Oh, who's gonna guess?
That's a surprise.
That's a surprise. I just heard in the rumors somewhere
I
there
mean,
was.
yeah, I must have heard it like a bird told me or something. But
Yeah,
the
it's
bird was
been-
probably lying to me.
Yeah.
The bird made a pasta.
Yeah. Maybe. You can also check us out here on Sundays where we've been playing this
Your
for the past
snake
few
doesn't
weeks.
have a voice, Julian.
But
Yes,
we'll
he does.
probably have a cool Veil campaign that we had in the works for a little while, and I think we will pick it back up here soon. Maybe not this coming Sunday after next, but maybe after that. And then we also have Shadows Embrace on the other weeks that we're not doing. We weren't playing Quiet for the time being until we decide to, I don't know, stop playing VTM, which I don't know if that'll ever happen, but I don't know. I've not projected how far I want to take this campaign, so
You gotta set the episode amount at the beginning, and this is why I set 13 episodes.
Because then you just keep going, because then it's just assumed to be forever.
Yeah, and I'm okay with it because I like VTM, but that's me. Anyway, also I think maybe tomorrow or Tuesday I might do a solo RPG. Just hang out in the guild and do a solo
Pixar
RPG.
Soul?
Yeah.
Solo, a Star Wars story? What?
Mm-hmm.
And goes to the great beyond.
Yeah, no, I don't. I do have a. Yeah, I do have a solo RPG. I think I'm ready to do it tomorrow. I have not really set a whole lot in stone, but it's gonna be a good time. And then I'm waiting on a deck of cards to do another one that my lovely individual to my left here on stage showcased to me, where you destroy a deck of cards. So thank you, Ronnie, for that. I will be doing that eventually when I get a deck of cards. That is not.
I have what many refer to as a problem. It's too many RPGs.
I only have nice decks, so I can't use these.
Yeah, you gotta get the shitty deck.
Yeah.
Show me your decks of cards.
Yeah, my decks of cards. Or I can
No
just use
nice
one of-
decks.
What I mean, I just also almost want to do it for the cringe factor of doing it to a nice deck. Just
No,
purely-
don't do that to yourself. Don't do that.
It wouldn't be
Buy
good.
like $100 deck of cards, and you're like, God, I can't even rip them.
Yeah, I can't even rip them. What is this? No. But that's happening. I think tomorrow. I think I'm gonna shoot for tomorrow. We'll find out. If not tomorrow, then next Monday. But after that, we'll see. Anyhow, I've been rambling on for far too long. We need to get out of here. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Thank you for all of my lovely individuals around me for giving me their not their last Sunday ever, but like the last Sunday of this campaign.
God.
Yeah, that'd be. Sorry, I worded that very.
Sunday.
The last one.
Sunday.
Yeah, but thank you all very much for playing, and thank you very much for letting me story tell this nonsense of a fucking campaign into something that was kind of fun. So, or a lot of fun. I don't know.
Yay.
All right. Good night, everybody. Thank you very much.
Yay! Bye!
Bye.